Okay. Hello, everyone. It's your favorite programming error that just refuses to be fixed. Code here. And welcome back to Genshin Impact.
Error.
So,
I do worry about the
we
well-being of my retinue
have some
during
stuff
my
to finish
impromptu
off. Some stuff that we started previously that is almost done. And by that I mean... dang it. Hi Spinny. Also, Dan, congrats on being first, by the way. But yeah, we do have an event too, but I am, for once in my life, not prioritizing the event. Today, we're finally doing the shit that I've been meaning to complete for a while. Specifically because I've been wanting to do Xilonen story quest, so the Tribal Chronicles stuff, for like 3 streams now. And I couldn't, because it's locked behind the story. The main story, the Archon Quest. And I really want to do it because... Which one is it? Because of this! Thankfully, I'm still on time. I really do want those 60 primos. But in order to get them, I have to complete this first. I still don't understand why you have 25 days for this quest, 25 more days for this, and only 4 more days for this. Even though you can't play this quest until after you've completed this one. It's kind of stupid. And by kind of, I mean very. Also, hi Gabe. Yeah, I figure there's not much left. Wouldn't make sense for there to be a lot left. I basically talk to everyone except Marika for now. I always do the optional stuff, as you know. Well, let's start with the one character who isn't voice acted. Haha. Hi, Kinich. And how?
Kinich!
Oh god, what did I do for you? I want it to be as annoying as possible.
Kinich, you're one lucky devil. I don't know how the heck you're still alive. I'm in a zero tolerance mood right now. Stop being so flippant.
Oh wait, that's Kinich now. It is annoying because none of them are voice acted. It's weird because Kinich is talking, but Ahau is the one who's moving and has his mouth moving. That's why I was confused. I'm sorry. I'm in a zero tolerance mood right now. Stop being so flippant.
Unless you want to get punched in the face.
What is it with you, Ahau? Why are you so incapable of being nice?
Because asshole.
Oh, this is rich. One measly victory and it's all gone to your head. You'd all be mincemeat by now, if not for the heroic deeds of the almighty Dragon Lord. Cool, Ahau.
Ah, yes. Also, hi. I know that there's a strike going on. I did not know the strike was because their recording studio is threatening to use AI. I was unaware of that part. But I have been told about a strike. Yes, also hi Lexi, by the way. Alright, credit where credit's due. Here's a bunch of grapes for your trouble.
Don't treat me like I'm your pet parrot.
How are the signs of the canopy and the collective of plenty? The messengers are the worst affected. I expect there'll be delays on all deliveries in Natlan for some time. Although, fortunately, a lot of people have said they're willing to help out part-time. That should alleviate the situation.
The Collective of Plenty was the furthest from the Abyss's entry point, so they didn't have
thanks
as
for
many
informing me
monsters
about the
to deal
specific
with.
reason for the
From what I
strike.
hear, they got off relatively unscathed.
Makes sense with, you know, AI voices being more and more prominent recently. It makes sense that voice actors would go on strike and be worried about it. It's kind of an epidemic with AIs mimicking actual voice actors. Yeah.
But it might have been a different story
Also,
if
hi,
Casca
Rob.
hadn't gotten there when she did.
I see. I see. Well, that's fair, Rob. You should enjoy going to a convention. I'm going to a convention sometime next month. Actually, the end of next month. So, yeah. Good stuff. And again, I was also talked into it. I did not volunteer for it. I was just almost peer pressured into it. But I decided, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I have some interest in doing it.
That's good to hear. All's well that ends well.
MCM? MCM, should I know? Personally, end of next month, I'm going to Comic-Con. So that's where I'm going, in case anyone's curious. I've talked about it before, but yeah, the end of the next month, I'm gonna go to Comic-Con with a MegaCon type event, I see. Yeah, I'm going with a friend of mine and his friend group who I don't know. I'm gonna go with a group of people of which I only know one. It's gonna be interesting. Also, also, it's a cosplay group. I have never cosplayed before. Ever. It's gonna be a first time experience for me, and I am curious as to how everything will go. City, I think. Game arena, I see. Adoption at its finest? I guess I have been adopted into the cosplay group. This is what happens, you know? If you have a bunch of extroverts, eventually they'll find an introvert to adopt. I have been officially adopted by the extroverts. Let's see how it goes.
Wow, what do you know? These are pretty tasty. Oh, servant, one more bunch of grapes, post haste.
Okay, Polly. Ah, the next character who isn't voice acted. Also, I like how for the non-voice acted characters, they specifically tell you to talk to them. It could be, you know, it could have been talk to Ian-san. No, you talk to Kinich specifically, the one who isn't voice acted. I could talk to either Xilonen or Mualani, but no, you talk to Kachina, the one who isn't voice acted. Thank you, thank you.
You did a great job, Kachina. Oh, you're much more confident now. Seems like winning the pilgrimage gave you a real boost.
Nah, I just figured I should do my part, you know?
I spoke to your mom and dad. They were singing your praises. They said the world's your oyster now.
Disguise as a woman and enter the male bathroom. Grow hair, learn a female voice, catfish people IRL for money. Go for it. Go for it. Do it. You can do it. You can be the ultimate catfish. Plus, Polly is a common name for parrots. Interesting, huh?
How are things at the People of the Springs base?
There are some casualties, but the overall mood is very positive. I reckon they'll start rebuilding pretty soon.
Same situation for the Children of Echoes.
Alright, Rob. Now you're going back into your standard motive, which is robbing people of everything they have, including organs, I guess.
Still, it's so sad some people couldn't be saved by the Oath of Resurrection. I think I want to hold a candlelight vigil for them when I get home.
Oh, that's a great idea. Let's do it together.
Let's hope that their sacrifice marks the beginning of a new age for Natlan. An age of unprecedented peace.
No. Think I want to... Well, this person who you're quoting there, Rob, Lacey Powdering, is it? That must have been a first-time playthrough of DDLC, if that was the quote that came up. Because, wow. Very intriguing. Yeah, again, if it wasn't a first time playthrough, then they would know. They would know that that is natural. Don't talk to you yet. Where's the last person over there? Oh, right. Hi, Captain.
I must congratulate you on your efforts during this war. I'm told you have proven yourself to be an outstanding adventurer and warrior. You remind me of the
Thank you.
princess. Similarities in your approach are striking,
Thank you.
especially when you told me you wanted to win. I hope you will see her soon.
Thank you. I did see her a while ago, and then she vanished.
How are the Masters of the Nightwind doing?
Granny Sealolly's been there the whole time, and she's a tough one. I think we should be fine.
Yeah,
I'm
the
sure
mixed
there'll be some
feelings are
patching up to
understandable.
do, though.
Some of
That's
the
a job for the
Harbingers
young
are
folks.
absolute assholes, and some other
I
ones
should
are
probably head back so I can pitch in.
kinda
Do you
bros.
need support from the Fatui?
Probably
I mean,
not. There are a
remember,
lot of
we're getting
older
along
folks in
well
our
with
tribe,
Child.
and I suspect they would find your comments
Perhaps I
presence a
treated
little
you too
distressing.
harshly. I mean,
Right, 'cause
again,
I'm
we're getting
gonna look
along
like
with
a bunch of
Child, even though
intimidating
he's on the
thugs.
other side.
Well,
Then, of
also in my
course,
tribe, excessive use of
then of
elemental
course,
energy is bad
there's
for your
Linny, Lynette,
Oh,
Fremine,
right. Okay.
and of course, their father, Arlecchino. Wanderer technically was part of him, but he left, so he doesn't really count. But yeah, we're getting along well with like 3 of the Harbingers now. Between the captain, who I still think hasn't told us his name, Arlecchino and Child. It definitely seems like the Fatui. It really is different from person to person, rather than calling the whole organization shit. Alright, Marika, I'm ready. We can continue now.
Welcome.
You seem a little out of sorts. Are you just tired or?
Dying.
I guess I am. You know, when I was up there in the sky, I could see all
Are you
of
gonna give me
Natlan
pyro
stretching
powers
out
now?
below
I'm still
me.
missing them.
People everywhere, giving everything they had for a chance at victory. I just... If only I'd been quicker. Maybe
Hold
they
on,
wouldn't
you know?
have...
Huh.
And Koichi. Maybe she'd still...
And now they're getting
I'm
all
sorry.
sad again.
Now is not the time for that.
But hey, nice,
Um,
nice that you got everything up
Fruit
to
juice, right?
where it needs to be.
Make it a large?
Nice one, Lixie. I'm not gonna pull for Xilonen. I'm gonna wait until the next banner, and then I'm gonna pull on the weapon banner. Because I know that the Staff of Oma is apparently the best weapon for Zhongli. I currently have that weapon equipped anyway. But I want to refine it. Refine it, refine it, refine it. Because I am a Zhongli main, so it would be a shame if I don't have a max refined weapon for him. At least it's over now, that's something.
True. My 500-year plan has almost come to fruition.
Is the next
Just one last step to go.
banner
Namely, my
not
final battle against the Abyss.
Nahida
The
and
battle
Hu
is
Tao?
second
Wasn't
nature
that
to
what
me,
was
so
said?
I'm not feeling a huge amount of pressure.
I'm gonna double check the
That was
news
so
in a
awesome.
second.
The way you exploded that thing
Because
in
I'm
the
pretty
sky
sure I
with
saw
one
that.
almighty punch?
That's Hu Tao and
Are you
Nahida.
always gonna have that kind of power from
Reruns.
now on?
Oh, that was the Divine Throne unleashing my full potential. And it was only temporary.
Huh.
I can't wield that power for any length of time. My body wouldn't be able to handle it.
That is tragic.
Likewise, the
What an
amplified
Archon you
power of
are.
the Ode of Resurrection was also temporary. From now on, it's back to ancient name-bearers only.
I'm guessing the Night Warden Wars are over for the foreseeable future?
Correct. We dealt the Abyss a critical blow. So for the time being, it's too weak to sustain regular invasions. I hope the people will be able to enjoy this period of peace. Or rather, assuming all goes to plan, eternal peace. We've had centuries
Eternal
of war
peace
with
in the
Abyss,
nation
and
of
it's
war?
high time we
Can't
brought that
be.
chapter to a close. Anyway, there's something I've been wondering about. I know you've been at the center of some major events in other nations.
You
too,
don't
and
say.
fought many powerful foes. In this war, you were in the thick of it once again, dashing around tirelessly, supporting the fighting on all fronts. So tell me, what drives you to do this as a mere traveler passing through? Why risk life and limb for a cause that's not your own?
Could have sworn it was confirmed. Oh well. So I can look back on my journey with a clear conscience. I can't turn a blind eye to injustice. Because Paimon hates to see people suffer. Can't turn a blind eye to injustice.
You know, it's that mindset that distinguishes the heroes in every story. They're the natural protagonists.
Too much
What I'm
money
really
and
trying to
bored.
say is,
Yes.
I would love for you, with your extraordinary talent and your sense of justice,
Why,
to join me in
why
this
risk
final
life and
step.
limb? Cause it's a
You and I
game!
together, finally putting an end to the ever-looming threat of the Abyss. But I also don't want to take advantage of your good nature and readiness to help others. The final battle will be very dangerous, and you have the rest of your journey to consider.
Of
I'm sure you
course.
must be weary. Sleep well tonight. Let's talk
The
again
Abyss
tomorrow
Order
in
and
the
the
speaker's
Abyss are
chamber.
two completely different things. But the Abyss
I'll give you more
Order
details
is
on the final battle, and then
composed
I hope
of
to hear your
abyssal
verdict.
life forms, if I'm not mistaken, right? Alright, so yeah, by the way, if I check the news, the notices, right? It should say that the next banner is... Where does it say that normally? Trying to double check where it is. Story quest unlocked. Is it an event? There it is, yeah. Nahida and Hu Tao are coming up next. Here it is. Oh yeah, by the way, guess what I finally got? Quest failed! I got the... I did not even see that. Never saw Nahida banner? Damn, I even pulled for Nahida. That was on the next banner. It's just talking about it. Huh, intriguing. But yes, lost track of a bounty target. I don't even know what how that happened. I was in the middle of a fight. Apparently I went outside. While I was beating the shit out of the bounty target, I knocked them out of the area that I'm supposed to be in. So I left the quest area, and that's why I got the failed thingy. Because deaths in war? Oh my god, you're right. Yeah, birthday, death in war. It makes perfect sense, you're so right. Hu Tao gets all the stonks. Hu Tao... Honestly, it would be a shame if there isn't like some kind of bonus event quest or something where Hu Tao travels to Natlan because she heard about the Night Warden Wars and is like, damn, business opportunity, who wants coffins? Group discounts. Complete my 4 stars? Okay, I see. Well, you'll complete your 4 stars soon enough. Hu Tao gonna be very happy with all the business she gonna get. Alright, let's rest. The speaker's chamber. Alright. But yeah, pulling for Hu Tao, I'm not gonna pull for Hu Tao, but I am gonna pull in solidarity with Spinne in a way, because I'm gonna be pulling for her weapon.
Hey, Traveler, Paimon. There you are. I've been looking all
And look,
over
it's
for you.
Granny!
Oh, hey, Sweet Lolly. What's up?
Trade off for only Hu Tao benefits.
Listen up.
Well, I
have
mean, I
something
feel like
really
the people would
important to
want
tell
some
you.
proper coffins for their fallen. Xilonen quickly explains her concerns about Mavuika's
What?
death.
Are you serious?
So Mavuika still has to die.
Natlan must pay the price for Mawika's use of the Ruler of Death's power. That price is death. And only Mawika's death can clear the debt. I had thought that the Ruler of Death might have a change of heart after seeing the people of Natlan come together and fight so bravely.
But nah.
Even now that the war's over and the threat to Natlan is gone, it looks like that death is still set in stone. I
Jonathan
had to
actually
know
is
your
confirmed to have
thoughts.
died off
I
screen?
want to save her,
No.
but I can't do it alone.
They can't just kill named characters off screen. How rude. I'll see what I can do.
Okay, good. That makes me feel a little better. Thank you for standing up for us. There's clearly something special about you, so if anyone has a chance of defying the rules, that would be you. Oh, and please don't breathe a word of this to Mawika.
Got it, I'll tell her everything.
I'm sure she's well aware of the cost of using the Divine Throne's power. But if she finds out that anyone else knows, it could ruin our chances to help.
Got it. Mum's the word.
Alright, that was the last major item on my to-do list. Now, since I've come all this
Oh,
way,
no.
I think it's
Oh,
finally
no.
time for a well-earned drink.
She's gonna get wasted again.
Go easy though. Yeah?
Oh no, not
Don't
again.
worry, I said a drink. That means just one.
So enjoy the Xilonen quest. I will. I intend to enjoy it. Thanks, Gabe.
All right, you little munchkin. If you keep pestering me, I'm gonna have to get serious.
Oh?
I get 100 kids a day telling me they want to be the next
She's
Pyro
doing this
Archon.
again.
Why should I train you? Nagging isn't gonna accomplish anything. No one can predict the future, and
She's
unless
doing
you have
it
some
again.
exceptional jaw-dropping talent I'm unaware of.
I can shoot those cornflakes in your
Or
kitchen
on
from right
5-star.
here.
I see.
Don't be ridiculous. You couldn't make that shot from all the way over here? Wait, hold on. You could hurt someone with that.
I mean, Auron being a 5-star makes sense.
Well, I'll be. You made the shot. The science of the canopy raised him tough. That's some real skill you got there, little lady. Maybe you really will be Pyro Archon one day.
Oh, and she did turn out to be the Pyro Archon. She got the great success. The glorious success, one might say. Oh. Wow.
See this?
Took like 10
I'm
steps.
the first one of us to get an ancient name. And it's not just any ancient name, but Malipo. If you ask me nicely, there's still time to join my team for the pilgrimage, you know.
Damn, the previous one before
No
Kinich
need
got
to
that name.
scowl. You lost and I won. It's no big deal. You want me to be happy for you when your turn comes, right? So cheer up.
Ah, I
I'll
see.
get my own ancient name soon enough.
Someone was a bit of a sore
and
loser
it'll be
back
an
then,
even
huh?
better one than yours.
Oh, really? Well, good luck with that. What ancient name could beat Malipo in our tribe?
I'm just gonna become God.
Unless... Surely you don't mean Kiangozi?
And there she goes. I assume that's the ancient name of the Pyro Archon, the original one, or something. Leader makes sense.
Fantastic. Can't believe I beat you in a wrestling match for once. Can't be more than a few days now until you're officially made the Pyro Archon.
That is a lot of signatures to make it happen. I mean,
Imagine
again,
me trying to
Auron makes
schedule a
sense to be a
wrestling session with you
5-star.
after that. Excuse me, Pyro Archon, but would you be able to take a day off from running the nation to wrestle with me? I heard that the Pyro Archon inherits the knowledge stored in the sacred flame. And apparently it can change your personality. I can't help
I mean,
but
I
a
feel
little
like, yeah,
worried.
gaining a lot of extra knowledge has a good chance of changing that.
Worried that you won't be able to beat me in a wrestling match anymore?
Why would I be worried about that? Never mind. Clearly, I'm just overthinking things. Why would you forget about me just because of some new job? Even if that job happens to be Archon.
Yeah, I'm gonna apply to a new job. That job is being God. Don't worry about it. Must be nice to just be able to apply for godhood.
After the darkness will come the dawn.
More male 5 stars makes sense, yes. We're also still waiting, speaking of male equivalents, we still don't have any playable Shotas.
No one fights alone.
Only lollies, no Shotas. We need some gender equality in that area too. I'm not the first to say it.
For Natlan!
I know a lot of people have said so. But it's true. We need the gender equality.
Look at the sky. It's getting brighter at last.
So smaller than Zhao. Hey, Zhao not a shorty anymore. Well, he's still a shorty, but not the shortest one.
We walk the righteous
I did not know that Sino
and
was
the
shorter than
Pyro
Zhao,
Archon
honestly.
will guide us.
I just know that people make fun of Zhao's height from time to time. I did not know that Sino was actually even smaller. Here we are.
The victors shall burn bright, while the losers must turn to ash. I have done what is required of me. The rules are now written into the Night Kingdom, and this will help you to stand against the Abyss.
Now you must die.
It is still not enough. All this can do is give my people courage. It will not see us through a true catastrophe.
Why do you think Shota is a dangerous area to
If you are
traverse?
to make the Natlanese alone
When
bear the
Lolly is
consequences of
fine.
a broken world, you will have to bring more to the bargaining table.
Seriously, I don't see it.
You are the greediest human I have ever met.
This is not in the spirit of
and
gender
the fiercest
equality.
negotiator. No other would seriously ask to borrow my power. My domain is death, and its power comes
Oh,
at a
universe
great
logic.
price.
Stupid.
The question is, are you prepared to pay?
I need that power. Only a hero can truly wield it, and heroes are not afraid of dying.
No. A fear of death is ingrained in all living things. If the wielder of this power cannot conquer their fear, countless innocent lives will be claimed
Yeah, we
in
all
their
have
stead.
that fear. It's about
For
overcoming
only
that
then
fear.
can the price be paid.
If you don't have fear, you
Those are the
stupid.
rules.
Mine is a nation that will not yield to the Abyss, and it will certainly not yield to your rules. As their culture and civilization is transmitted through the generations and their faith grows, the people will go from strength to strength and reach heights that even I cannot dream of.
Very well. I shall agree to help you. But I am merely a shade, and I do not have as much freedom to do as I please as you might think.
Then what do you propose?
Will be Ike
Keep
doing
this a
doing an
secret.
Ike?
If I am questioned
Ike?
about it, I will deny all involvement and claim that treacherous Xbalanque stole my power.
That will not be a problem. Thank you. I am glad we could reach an agreement.
There's a soul as if it's trying to escape. Ah, that. Dying. Yeah.
Come in.
We'll see who
As you know,
dies and who
I've
lives.
asked you to come here to discuss the task of wiping out the Abyss. Oh, but first, any progress on the ancient name?
I've received the gift from the Lord of the Night.
I'm surprised she was willing to help you, and by extension me. I'm very grateful to her.
Wait, hold on. Wasn't the whole point of the ancient names for winning that huge battle? Why would the Traveler still need one by this point?
Because I was promised to get one. So I need it because I was promised. Because she wants me to join her in the final battle.
That's right. The Abyss has retreated to the depths of the Night Kingdom, a place that has long since been
Honestly,
corrupted by abyssal energy.
imagine we get
Finish
the
them
ancient
off
name and then we
restore
have
the
no
ley lines, the
reason
threat
to
they
use
pose
it.
to Natlan will remain. The battle we fought
It would be a
yesterday, we
little
may
bit
one
of
day have
a
to fight
mislead
again.
if we go through all
This
the
is
effort of
fate
gaining the
Natlan has
ancient
always
name
been
and
resigned
then
to.
we don't end up needing
For
it in the final
thousands of
battle.
years, we have struggled on the brink of a looming
We're
darkness
definitely gonna
and
die.
never known true peace. But this time, I want to break the cycle and free us from this fate for good. With the sacred flame, I can protect myself from the abyssal corruption, but beyond that, you
I mean,
are the
you're free
only
to
other
share.
person who can resist it.
If you want.
If your ancient name can't be forged, I will go alone. But if it can, I'd really love your help.
Is the Oath of Resurrection working again?
Not completely. After all, the Night Kingdom is still plagued by abyssal corruption. But when I used the power of the Divine Throne, it dispelled a lot of that corruption.
Twitch?
Plus, your ancient name is a special case.
Zyrock?
So the Lord of the Night will take special care of you.
Hi. Welcome to the stream. Yes, I am in fact
The
from
Oath
the
of Resurrection
EU.
still has a number of limitations, but I can promise
Thanks for the follow.
that
Appreciate
it will
it.
work reliably
How
on
are
you.
you doing, by the way? If you're asking like that, does that mean you also from the EU? Or nah? Kind of curious now. Kind of curious. You good? Glad to hear. Glad to hear. I'm also doing pretty well myself. Yeah. Need help? Help of what? Everyone from the EU. Honestly, I'm surprised. I would figure that the time I'm streaming at is more convenient for them Americans. Mr. Steel Girl. His lines that can make wedding rings. Ah, interesting. Good, then I will join you in battle. Of course we will join. Why would we not join the battle?
Whoa. Are we forgetting something here? What about Paimon? What's her place in all this?
You all need to stay behind.
What? You mean we'll be separated?
Yeah.
The Abyss is extremely devious. If you two go there
Artifacts.
together, you can bet they'll make Paimon their primary
Artifact
target
grind,
just
be
to put us
serious.
in
I
an
need to do more
impossible
artifact
position.
grinding as well at some point. I never do that. I know it's stupid not to, but I still hardly ever grind for artifacts, even though I should. Me who's AR58? Me who's AR60 since... How long? How long have I been AR60 for? Has it been a year at this point? I don't know, it might have been. Damn. But only for a short time. We'll be separated, but not for long.
Well, Paimon needs to think about this because you're really asking a lot of her.
Taking a break from Genshin is fair. I'm just
Paimon some
way
time
too
and
committed
she'll
to
do
it
her
at
best
this
to rise to the
point.
challenge.
Partially because
I
I'm
greatly
streaming the game,
appreciate
so it's not like I can step
Everyone in
away
Natlan
from it
knows
to
how
miss
important
anything.
This final battle is.
I have an
You will be
obligation to
remembered
keep this
and
up.
revered long into the future, until the end of time. If you have any other questions, please ask away.
Oh, we're already at the questions round? That normally only happens at the end of an Archon quest. Didn't expect we're already at the questions.
As I've said, if you have any other questions, please ask away.
This almost exclusively happens at the end of Archon quests. Did not expect that now, when the final battle is still, you know, in the future. About the aftermath of the war.
The work of rebuilding is underway, and people are flocking to join the effort. With everyone rallying together, I'm sure it won't be long before there's no trace left of the damage done by this war. The healing process, on the
Alright.
other hand, that's a bigger obstacle to overcome.
I'm still very
Many are
curious to see
grieving, and
the homes of
there's
the other
simply no
tribes.
replacing the ones
We've only
we
seen
lost.
half of them.
As the sun
Aftermath of the war, Hu Tao. What's the aftermath of the war? So some random person from Liyue came over here and they're making bank right now.
Please ask away.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna save this one for last, because that is definitely important information. About the captain.
We have a temporary alliance, but I can tell that saving Natlan is not his only goal.
Obviously.
Yeah, Paimon still doesn't get why saving Natlan would be so important to him in the first place. Unless he's just a good
We're talking about the
guy who wants to
aftermath of
avoid
the
another
war, because a lot of
Kamiya.
people died.
Somehow Paimon doubts
A lot of people died. And Hu Tao is getting a rerun. It makes sense.
I wouldn't worry too much.
Hu Tao is getting a
Based on all
rerun
the
because she has
interactions
this
we've had
massive
with him
business
and
opportunity
knowing
because of
more
all
about
these
his
corpses in
background,
Natlan
I have a
after
lot
the
of respect
war.
for him. I don't think he has any ill intentions. Now, we should focus on the final battle.
She's
As
coming
I've
here
said,
with an
if
offer
you
we
have
can't
any other questions,
refuse.
Please ask away.
Getting rich with this one indeed. About the 6 heroes of old.
That wasn't their souls we saw, but a snapshot of them in time. All the work of the ancient name engravers 500 years ago, who made some special modifications to their names. Their souls returned to the Night Kingdom long ago, and will have
Finally
been
get
reborn in
C1 on her.
Natlan since.
Well, I'm
albeit
gonna
in a
try to get her
different
weapon
form.
refined.
For all we know, they may have already lived
As
many
much as I
new
can.
lives by now. And so, even though we will never meet again, they will always be by our side in one way or another.
I want to get
I think
Nahida.
that gives another layer of meaning to the phrase "no
I
one
also think
fights
she's
alone."
good. I have Nahida,
As
but
I've
I
said,
didn't level her
if you
up
have
fully
any other
yet.
questions, please ask away.
I probably should level her up fully at some point, because she could be a really useful character in like a backup team in either the Abyss or the theater. Because in the theater, you're very limited by, you know, which characters you can use and everything. So actually leveling up all my characters would probably be a good idea. Every character I level up is gonna be a big asset in the theater. Alright, now the big one. About the false sky and the strange fragments.
False sky. I have heard this expression before, but I think this was the first proof of its existence. I think there's a lot of investigating to be done to understand what the fragments behind the sky are and why they were hidden in the first place. However, from what the Adventurers Guild tells me, neither the split sky phenomenon nor the fragments have ever been observed in any other nation.
Yeah, if I ever make another proper exploration team, she might be
My
on
guess is that the Heavenly Principles wants them kept a secret. I just hope they don't cause me any trouble over it.
Oh, you should be fine. We did something much crazier back in Fontaine and we're still here.
Yeah, we do a lot of crazy shit.
Well, that's good to know. Anyway, the line I'm going with for the masses is astronomical anomaly. And I don't expect much of a backlash. Meanwhile, we can look into it at our own pace. As I've said,
As long as you're
if
still
you have
alive.
any other questions, please ask away.
Well, that was all the questions, so I have no more questions. Hell made a lot happen. Yeah. Also remember in Sumeru when we almost broke a Gnosis to threaten the doctor? That would have also probably very greatly upset the Heavenly Principles. That was Nahida's whole gamble back then.
The Outlander with deep ties to this land returns.
Time loop.
And this time, he is alone.
The power that the Pyro Archon used to strike back at the Abyss came from the Ruler of Death. From what I know of her rules, she will demand death in return.
How do you know of this?
Interesting. And what do you want with that information?
So, the Ruler of Death sent you on your long journey.
Natlan still has a final battle to fight, and I too have a final foe to face. For the sake of those countless lost souls, and a hope for Natlan's
Saving
future,
the Archon,
I
huh?
need your
Is that
help.
the plan now? Is that it? Is that the end? No, not quite. Final battle, etc., etc. Sounds like he may die. It's possible. Okay, it is over. Does that mean I can finally do the story quest I've been meaning to do for a while? Yes! Yes! Finally! 4 days left to get the bonus rewards.
It's been several days now. Wonder if Plasoli has finished making the Blaze Gem inscription. Since Nechka's birthday is around the corner, let's go to the tribe and buy some things, and then pay the family a visit.
The music here is such a vibe, honestly. Fun stuff. Hi there, Xilonen.
Xilonen.
Hey,
Good thing you're
Paimon,
here.
a war happened. What did you expect? Don't mind the war.
The shelf on the left, second row down, first X on the right. That one's yours. And the garden hoe belongs to Ignal, and the hammer is Pakal's, so make sure you take the one that's yours.
I haven't even said why I'm here. But looks like you're about to head
As
out for a
for
break.
whether or not I can help you,
Yes, but
when I'm
am
streaming, I
going to
want to
take it
really
right here.
focus
The
on getting
temperature
story
is
stuff
just
done.
Perfect today.
So, timing wise,
Does it feel a lot hotter than usual?
probably.
I really don't want to stay out in this heat.
Exactly.
I'm not sure if I can make that
In hot weather like
time
this,
right
customers
around
don't
now.
tend to stick around and talk when they're coming to place orders or pick up the goods.
But hey, there's a bunch of other people in chat who also play
Here comes another
Genshin.
customer. I'll
Do
just
any
leave
of you
to
have
it
time
then,
to do
and pick up my axe.
some artifact grinds while watching my stream? Perhaps?
Sure, sounds good to me.
Hey, Xilonen!
What are you doing down there, Paimon?
Oh, Traveler, Paimon! We meet again. Oh, you two seem to be in good spirits. How's your Pilgrim's Chronicle been? Run into any issues?
No, everything's fine.
Oh, good. It was also my first time receiving a Pilgrim's Chronicle. Even though I've already turned it over to you, there are still a lot of things that could go wrong, so
Alright.
I wasn't sure if there'd be any issues.
Huh? So, what are the chances that something might still go wrong?
Well,
Incredibly
less than the
high.
chances of Mualani accidentally falling off a spirit way, I'd say.
Oh, so super incredibly mega giga high.
Never happen.
Again, if there is a chance for
I
stuff
found
to
the
go
extra
wrong,
Xilonen.
it'll
Thanks
go
a lot.
wrong.
By the way, Nitchka's birthday's coming up real soon. Are you planning to visit her?
I've prepared a gift and was just getting ready to take it to her.
You're not planning on giving the kid a full set of pliers again, are you? Or, let me guess, woodworking tools?
You'd give these kinds of things as birthday gifts? I'd like a set too. Where can I buy one?
Yeah, I make these myself, and it's a lot of work. But if you like a set, I can make some time and forge one for you.
Well, for now, we have the ancient name to worry about, though.
Wild,
Higher
but it
priority.
says Xilonen's tools would make pitching a tent and starting a bonfire a whole lot easier.
Well, still, I won't be giving Nichka any tools this year. She wrote me a letter saying that she'd like a copy of To Kill the Brave. The book is not what you call a bestseller, but luckily, I have a few copies in my collection.
A
They
few
were really old
copies?
editions
Why?
that were published a long time ago, but they should still be readable.
Children her age love fairy
Alrighty then.
tales. The last time I was at Thesoli's, I even brought Nechka. Huh. Wait. What did I bring her again? It must have been her favorite thing, but, why can't I remember it anymore?
Oh, it is quite hot today. Seems you're about to pass out from the heat. Do you even remember your own name?
My memory can't be this bad. It's just.
Is this the stuff that was is this stuff that's
I've
currently
been forgetting things
happening,
for some reason.
the same stuff that is
Well, in
mentioned
that case, why don't
in
you use
the
the Blaze
event
Gem
that
inscription
was
you
held
have as a
recently?
memo to engrave some important things to remember? After all, that inscription will never
Yes,
wear
I
out.
was Xilonen,
And
I'm to
it's easy to
blame.
carry.
Damn.
I'd say that's quite a fitting use for it.
You do have a point, but my inscription is almost already full.
Did you include all your relatives' names too?
No. I engraved some wishes on my Blaze Gem inscription. You know, just some dreams that I have for the future and things I'd like to accomplish one day. Even though Tassoli has said that from an aesthetic point of view, it would be best for people to keep their inscription short,
Damn,
this Blaze Gem inscription was still made by a name engraver, the forger of ancient names themselves. Everyone thinks that the inscription she made might have some wondrous powers. So, many people who bought Blaze Gem inscriptions engraved their wishes and dreams on them, in hopes
I mean,
that they
I
would
get the
come
reasoning for it. It's totally fair.
Sounds kinda like a wish granter. But if you do that, won't everyone be able to see your wishes and dreams?
Yeah, that could be a little embarrassing.
Don't worry. We usually ask Tassoli to add the inscriptions for us. She has a unique method of engraving. With her method, the light must be at a certain angle in order to see the text. Without the right angle of lighting, the Blaze Gem inscription will just look like a pretty stone.
And that's how they can
That's
explain
true.
away the
In
fact
the
that we
end,
don't
a
see
Blaze Gem inscription
inscriptions
is
on them
essentially
normally.
just a piece of rock. It doesn't have the power to grant people's wishes. Making wishes to it is like shouting into an echoing valley. The only one who will answer is yourself. But using it as a journal for your wishes is also fine. Carrying them with you and taking a look from time to time can be a good source of encouragement.
Fair.
Well, as long as you don't suddenly change your mind and want to take your wishes back, that is. These things are extremely durable. It would take a lot of effort to change the words. And I don't think anyone would willingly part with it either. They're not cheap and
When the music
very hard
kicks
to
in,
get.
it's just...
If you ever lost it, you'd just be filled with regret. Still, it's really strange. Given Auntie's skill, how could it take so long for her to make one? Oh, well, I hope someone didn't give her an idea of making fewer and selling for more.
I know just the person who would do that.
It's true. Chevin would totally have put that in her ear. Still, I don't think it's such a bad thing for Tassoli to make some money by selling these. At least she and little Nachka are better off now, and won't have to worry about the cost of treating her illness anymore. I was really worried about their family at first, and was even planning to send them some...
And memory again. Damn it!
Huh? What was I planning to send to Nachka again? This memory of mine.
All right, if you stay out in the heat for any longer, I'm afraid even the inscription won't be able to save your memory. You
Wasn't
should,
it a thing
go
of
back. Get some rest.
those stones being infected with some small amount of abyssal energy? Isn't that what the event was talking about? Again, kind of stupid that the event came out that soon after.
What's going on?
If you have an event that takes some kind of story quest as a basis, then the event should release an update after that story quest, not in the same update.
Oh, yeah,
Just
sure,
my
but I didn't
opinion.
expect you to know Tassoli too. She hasn't been coming to the tribe much lately, so how did you get a chance to talk with her?
Oh, it's been a while, actually. Good question. Did I just stumble into her? You explain your encounter with slowly to Xilonen.
Oh, so that's how you met her. She even wants to use volcanic crystal as a forging material. Guess she's really pulling out all the stops for her daughter.
We also wanted to get a gift for Neshka.
Then let's just go and ask. Come on, I want to give her the book anyway.
Oh, off we go.
Wait a second, our birthday gift's supposed to be a surprise?
Not necessarily, no.
If we ask Nachka, then she'll know what gift we'll be giving her. And that would ruin the surprise.
They're not
But if you don't
necessarily
ask her,
surprises
then how will you know what kind of
always.
present she would like?
Yeah.
Here's another idea. Perhaps you can also give her a storybook based on what she wrote in her letter. That might be a good option.
Easy enough. I have loads of those in my bag. My very visible bag that you can see I carry on my body somewhere.
But shouldn't we give it a little more thought? If we all give her books, it might seem like we didn't put much effort into it. Xilonen, have you really never asked her what she would like the most? There must be something else she'd like besides books.
More books?
Unfortunately, no. Nichka's illness has kept flaring up over the past few years. Apparently, she couldn't do anything during that time other than rest in bed. She didn't even have the strength to talk to anyone. It wasn't until recently that she started to recover from her illness and regained strength to write letters to others. Anyway, there's no need to overthink it. Worst case scenario, I can split the book into 2 volumes and we can each give her one.
Great idea.
No, that's terrible.
No, it's a great idea.
Like we didn't try. Let's just
Or better yet, split it not into 2 volumes, but just cut it in half.
Get her something that would make her happy.
Like, you give her the top half of the book, I give her the bottom half.
Anyway,
And then she can stitch them back together and
the book
read.
that you're getting her. Is it really that unpopular?
Well, it's a little difficult to explain. You see, there are actually 2 versions of To Kill the Brave.
Then why don't
The premise of the
we
book
each
is
give
pretty
her one
straightforward.
version?
It's basically
That could
about
also
a set of
work.
twin brothers working to defeat a demon lord.
Ah,
But
of
after
course.
defeating the demon lord, the older brother To Kill discovers that the king's spirit has possessed his younger
A
brother.
story
Rimok.
about a demon lord,
In the
imagine
ending
that.
of the original story, the older
there's
brother
more
kills
to
his
it.
younger brother to defeat the demon lord before jumping into a volcano.
Someone aged copy of To Kill the Brave. This tale comes from the desolate distant past. In those days the mountain's teeth were still bared like blades against man and beast, thirsting for the souls of the feeble-minded human and non-human alike. People knew that the god of the mountains loved them not and was to be given a wide berth. Yet they were forced to seek shelter in caverns from the storms screaming through the wilds, all to pass one night after the next. But these caverns, like the mountains, extracted payment from these vagrants. Countless were the tribes who lost kin to the wastes through which they stumbled blind. Valiant Tequil and his kind-hearted brother Rimac were born to one such tribe. At the hour of their birth, a long troubling night reigned inside and outside the caves. And though the campfires around which the tribespeople sat flickered, none were comforted by their light. The people thought, this fire shall soon go out, and once it does, we too shall be finished. How long will this night last? I'm cold and hungry too. Let's hurry things up then. Quickly, let me walk into the night. Better that than this torment. Oh, you poor children, you poor, poor children. Yet Tequil and Rimac did not announce themselves with sorrowful cries as the other children did. Instead, Tequil stared into the cavern depths. The minions of the cavern did their best to frighten him, but his gaze swept over them, keen as a sharp stone spur. He has seen us, our sharp claws and long teeth, but he is not afraid, the wicked creatures whispered among themselves anxiously, and involuntarily retracted said appendages. Rimac, for his part, waved his hand and laughed, and his laughter was like pebbles tumbling in a stream, drawing the eyes of all the distressed tribespeople to his face. Only then did they notice that, though the flame wavered, it had never ceased to burn, and with another wave of his hand, Rimac patted the firewood next to him. Feed the flame! Feed the flame! The elderly chief, thus reminded by the newborn boy, shouted, his words aloud, repelling the fear that had been about to swallow the whole tribe. People stood and fueled the fire, and they drew their obsidian blades, casting their eyes onto the cavern depths just as Tequila had. The beasts of the cavern were filled with rage and hate, but they knew that those people would not loosen their grip on their weapons, nor would their eyes be shut. Terror had already fled, and so death was forced to retreat. Only when the sun rose again did the brothers close their eyes, falling asleep in their mother's bosom. Thus did the tribespeople depart the cave. Having lived under day, those people who had rejected fear would live countless days more. Yet the defeat of her evil underlings caught the eye of their master. CodeErr. For this lord of demons, who claimed to be the mother of the underworld and mistress of 10,000 times 10,000 caves, whose fangs were the rocky stalactites, whose tongue was every blast of wet, frigid wind, and who upon awakening could only be satiated by devouring 10,000 living souls, Tequil and Remark were the first humans to slip her grasp. Shamefaced, this Earth Mother waved her hand, lashing the evil beasts cowering to the side of the rock. Go, go, redeem your humiliating failure, capture those dim-witted mortals, and fill my stomach. But having seen their fears vanquished, the people remembered well the methods of scattering those terrors time after time. They settled at the foot of the mountains, sharpened wooden stakes, lit fires, and gave the sharpest blades to their best warriors, with which they would stand guard behind the stakes. Their bright eyes pierced the wilderness beyond the firelight, and did not shift their gaze away for even a moment. By blade and fire did countless minions taste defeat, time after time, until they couldn't do nothing but huddle in the dark, daring not to draw near the flame. The fires in the hearts of the people ignited, and they began to speak of victory, of light, and of the end of the Viper. They had believed in Tequil and Remark. Those two brothers could surely keep the heat and light alive. Tequil and Remark thought the same, and so they sharpened their spears and blades, preparing to drive the demon lord of that evil serpent to their doom. But the Earth Mother, who hated this tribe, did not relent. She took sludge from the deepest parts of the cave and pinched it into a snake. Then she plucked out her eye, setting it into the serpent's eye socket. It was that child who caused you to witness the fire, and so let me go and swallow his eyes. One evening, when the sun had just set, night's veil was slowly covering the sky, and the stars had yet to begin granting their light. The serpent bit and slew a rabbit beyond the tribe's bounds, and burrowed into its skin, laying flat on the ground. Remark, returning from gathering herbs, came upon this rabbit, and seeing its wound, the kind child put his torch down without hesitation. And, reaching for his herbs, he chewed on them, preparing to apply them to the rabbit. But the snake, speaking for the Earth Mother, leaped from the wound, hissing laughter. Ha ha ha! Ignorant, foolish human! Sacrificing yourself for a lowly rabbit! Before Remark could retrieve his torch, the Earth Mother's serpent latched its fangs onto his neck. Then, burrowing into his body, captured his heart and soul both. The defenseless sentries were the next to be murdered by the Earth Mother, for they greeted Remark just as they always did when he returned from gathering herbs, only to be pierced through the heart by the serpent, dying on the spot. The entire tribe's fires were put out, and amidst the shroud of darkness, death and terror were resurgent. The Earth Mother spat the snake out, and through poisoned fangs she cried out, "Behold! Behold, you arrogant fools, and kneel as you should in the dust." But the sound of a rock being struck cut her off, for Tequil, who had been sharpening his obsidian blade, used it to create sparks that set his tent alight. He raised his blade and charged forward, letting fly his blade at the Earth Mother's messenger. The blazing edge cleaved the poisoned serpent, molded from soil and with ease. But as Tequil was about to follow through, he saw his brother's eyes, and the blood staining his brother's hands. That instant was all the time the wounded Viper needed to escape. Yet nigh fully charred, it was still, and the Earth Mother's eye reduced almost to ashes. The tribe was destroyed, and never again was there a chance it would dare defy her. Thus did the Earth Mother comfort herself as she retreated into the darkness. How Tequil wished to call out Remark's name, but the burning dust caught in his throat, and so he could only watch as his brother vanished into the night. When the night at last passed, Tequil, who stood amidst the ruins, knew that the surviving tribespeople could no longer stay. Burying his confusion and pain deep in his heart, he led them on a new journey. They crossed mountains and canyons, dodging fearsome beasts and poisonous insects. Tequil did not close his eyes for so long as they journeyed, nor did he dare to loosen his grip on blade or torch. Finally, by a silent volcano, they found a tribe willing to take them in. Only after he saw the last of his tribe peacefully fall into slumber under the old shaman's care did he relax and collapse to the earth. When he awoke, he found himself in a blazing cave. The lava that surrounded him undulated with an erratic pulse, as if the very mountain was slowly breathing. When he stood up, the lava boiled and bubbled, and a rumbling came from all directions. Do not search for your brother. His eyes have been devoured by a cunning serpent. But I must save him, and pursue that venomous snake also. His words echoed through the cave, but the goddess of mountains and fire was silent. Tekiel thus prayed on to her. Let my brother's name live on. I am willing to sacrifice my heart and blood in return. The goddess answered him in the echoing cave. Thus said she, your prayer have I heard, but your brother is no longer your kin. His name has sunken into the deepest of depths. Tekiel raised his head and lifted up his wish to the goddess. Turn my blood to fire, so my heart may illuminate the depths. I will bring my brother back before my blood runs dry. Turn my blood to fire until my soul may sear and slay that serpent. I will take its head before my blood runs dry. When Tekiel awoke once again, the old shaman of the tribe gave him a brand new sword, food, and water. Finally, the shaman clasped his shoulders and blessed him. May your fire dry the venomous snake's venom. Thus did Tekiel embark on another journey. His strength was endless, his body tireless, and his blood burned like lava. He crossed grassy fields and snowy peaks, deep valleys and high mountains, and the goddess of mountains and fire showed him the way with falling rocks and cracks in cliffs. Thus did Tekiel stride forward without hesitation. When he met his brother again, the Earth Mother mocked him once more, using Rimak's body and voice. But when her claws pierced Tekiel's chest, he moved not, and instead her bones were melted by his burning blood. Tekiel stared the vicious demon lord down and said in a loud voice, my brother is of heart. He would surely have made this land a better place. Yet you have affronted him with your poison, smothered his virtue, slaughtered those who had faith in his virtue. Die, you despicable, venomous insect. Die here. As he roared, Tekiel's blood stained his obsidian blade, turning it red hot in an instant. The Earth Mother watched in terror as her shell, bones, and soul were sundered. She wished to scream, to buy but a moment in which she could unleash her claws and tear Tekiel to ribbons. But she could make no sound, for in the fire's light, the silent soul to whom this body once belonged awakened. And that soul cried out to his brother, I do not wish to see your blood be reduced to ash, but I have seen the light of your heart and spirit. Remember my name, brother. As long as you remember me, I will never have left. The blazing flames swept over every corner in that gloomy, frigid cavern, and every last poisonous insect within was slain, burned to ash alongside every plot and scheme, so heinous and vile. As the last drop of his blood was about to burn away, the roof of the cave above Tekiel's head trembled, a fissure opened, and a gem fell down and stopped up his wound. The goddess of mountains and fire spoke once more, and her voice echoed across the walls. You yet have one drop of blood. Return to your tribe, for this is your brother's wish, and I will see it fulfilled. One night, the old shaman, who had waited day after day beyond the tribe's bounds, stood to welcome the returning Tekiel. But Tekiel refused the water, the food, and the cheers. Instead, he simply said, the venomous snake is slain, and I am victorious. But I shall soon depart along with my brother. He took the gem from his chest, placed it upon a torch, and walked up to the silent volcano. I have but one drop of blood left. But it was not left for me, but rather for justice and fairness, for the good and the brave. Use it and light a fire, a flame that shall never be extinguished. Having said that, valiant Tekiel leapt into the dead volcano. The earth was shaken by his heart and blood, and the volcano's own heart resumed beating, the blazing lava once more beginning to flow. The volcano lives, as does the bravery of all the tribes. There we go, that was a story. I hope you liked my casual reading of it. A flame that shall never be extinguished. An eternal flame, you might say.
I remember there was one line that was super popular at the time. If I still remember right, after being possessed by the goddess Coatlicue, Remok said, "I do not wish to see your blood be reduced to ash, but I have seen the light of your heart and spirit.
I just
Remember
read it,
my
I
name,
know
brother.
the line.
As long as you remember me, I will never have left."
So what about the other version of the story?
The other version was released only recently. The author heard a suggestion from someone and suddenly decided to try and make a stake in the fairy tale market, so the story was revised. In the revised version, the brothers killed the demon lord together and both survived. According to the author,
more of a happy
this
ending,
gave the story
but
a
definitely
happy ever
less
after
drama.
kind of ending. However, the revised version was not well received.
Well, yeah, it
After
takes
a monthly
away all the
market, it had hardly
sacrifice
sold
and
any
everything.
copies, and the books were collecting dust on the store shelves. The store owners desperately tried to get rid of the book, and have resorted to all sorts of promotions and discounts to sell it.
Like a 2 for
Even
1
now,
special.
the
Get
only
the old
edition of
and
To
new
Kill the
version
Brave
together.
you can find in the market is the newer one, whereas the older edition is nearly impossible to find. Anyway,
Good
I
thing you
couldn't
have
bring
the older
myself to give
version,
such a
then.
poorly rated book to Nechka, so I spent a few days looking and managed to find a few copies of the old edition in a warehouse. I picked out a copy that looked relatively new and wrapped it up as a present for Nechka.
Space,
If you're
comma?
interested,
That
I
is
can give
not
you this
correct. It
extra
should be
copy to
comma then
read.
space.
The pages are pretty old though, so please be gentle
They
with it.
definitely messed up a little bit with the punctuation in the previous text box.
Oh, and here's a copy of the newer edition
Oh, well.
too. They gave me a free copy when I went to buy some chocolatl.
So that's how they're trying to sell off the book. Could it really be that bad? Even Paimon's curious now.
That's 2 more for the collection.
Let's get going. Celesoli lives pretty far from the tribe, so it'll take us some time to get there.
It won't because I can teleport. Oh, actually, right, that is a spot that I cannot teleport to as well. But if I go this way, then I won't have to climb any mountains, and I can just go in a straight line. Alright. Yeah, this is easier than climbing or going around. Just teleport to the other side. And I'm here.
Go on now, Yengu. Nechka is still resting.
Man, it's been forever since I did the first 2 parts of this quest.
Sully, we're here!
Hi there.
Oh, what a surprise. And even Xilonen is here too.
We came to visit Nechka.
Oh, it's been a while since I've seen you, Auntie. I received Nechka's letter. She wanted a copy of To Kill the Brave, right? Well, I've brought the book for her. There are several editions of the book in Natlan, and
Well,
I
at least
wasn't sure
Paimon's
which
having
version
fun.
she'd prefer. I asked a messenger
really is
from the
enjoying
Science of the
herself, huh?
Canopy. It seems this softcover edition is one of the most popular options, so I brought it for Nechka.
You haven't changed a bit, Xilonen.
Are you gonna
Let's
see
go
Paimon
inside.
running past in the
I was
background a
just
few more
boiling some
times
chocolatl,
with
so
her
you
new
can
friend?
all try some. Xilonen used to love drinking
No?
chocolatl.
Okay.
When she was
Oh,
little,
they're playing hide
she
and
would
seek
always
now.
have several cups every time she came to visit me. You were already a big girl by the time I finally had my Nechka. Alright, for now let's... Oh,
Let's die.
Auntie, let's go inside.
That's what you wanted
Traveler,
to say, right? For
please
now,
help me
let's
get her into the
die.
house.
Sure thing.
Oh,
Still
Paimon
here?
too.
Yeah, still here. Good.
Be good, Yengu, and don't get in the way.
All right, let's get indoors. Watch your step, Auntie.
Alright, let's see where the story goes. Inside. Hi there, hello. We arrived.
Sorry. Nechka's illness has been flaring up recently, so I was up for a few nights. I suddenly started to feel dizzy in the sun. I hope I didn't scare you.
Everyone's recently starting to feel dizzy in the sun and having memory issues.
Have a seat. I'll fetch you a few cups of chocolatl. Please wait a moment.
Oh, I've already brought them over. This cup's for you, Auntie. And these are for you too.
I see, instead of saying the name, she just said Auntie.
What does it taste like? Paimon's heard that it can be pretty bitter. Traveler, could you give it a try first?
Damn it, Paimon.
Oh, don't worry. Auntie always adds a lot of sugar. It won't be bitter.
I'm already doing the fighting, Paimon. You can at least handle testing the food.
The last time you came to visit, you were still just a kid. But now you're a pillar of the Children of Echoes. No, of all Natlan even.
Oh, well, it's all thanks to the drinks I had here and the books I happened to read.
You've been close for quite some time then.
We heard that you two are from the same tribe, but Paimon had no idea you were so close.
When I was little, my parents were always talking about how skilled Auntie was at forging ancient names and how she was a good role model for the rest of us.
Why ain't
the
that
moment
nice?
I became idle at home, they would toss me into Auntie's workshop to watch and learn.
Then I would have your parents go back, boil you a pot of chocolatl, and let you play in the house.
Yeah.
So when
and
do
then I
we
would
get
drink
to
and listen
talk
to you
about the
banging away with
dizziness
your
and
tools
memory
in the
loss of
workshop.
people?
But eventually, she moved out of the tribe to find some more space, and I didn't have the chance to visit again
More
after
space for a
that.
workshop. You're leaving out words
But
now.
why did you seem so familiar with the place when you went to the kitchen for the drinks just now?
Because the layout of this place is identical to her old house. Let me
Damn.
see. Yeah, that should be Nechka's bedroom then.
That's right. I remember you used to hunker down in the room to read and draw. But
Well, ain't
you're
that
all grown up
something?
now. Even if you wanted to live here, I'm afraid you've already outgrown Nechka's bed.
You two seem like family.
That's how Nechka sees Xilonen too. Whenever she's feeling better, she always asks me when her pen pal sister will be coming to visit.
Aww.
Well, yeah, I'm here now, and even brought a gift as an apology. I'll leave the book here.
You said Nechka asked you for
Are
the
we
book?
ever gonna get to see
I hope
Nechka?
it wasn't too much trouble
Or
to
nah,
get.
mysterious
Really,
character who we'll
I'm
never
surprised
see.
that she even asked you for a present.
By the way, don't answer my
When
question.
she's at home, she'd even ask
I'll
me
figure
for
it out
permission to eat some
as time
snacks.
goes on.
Maybe I've been too strict with her. She's obviously starting to like her big sister more than her own mother.
Oh, really? Well, I'd say I really haven't done enough to deserve the title of Big Sister. Yeah,
Are you sure
wasn't able
about
to help her
that?
when she was sick, and I didn't even come and visit her that many times. Well, the only thing I have been able to do is to help her find some books.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Xilonen. You have
Welcome
great
back, Spinny.
responsibilities as the name engraver of the
How
tribe.
are you
We both
now?
know you were far too busy to take care of her. The responsibilities on your shoulders also became far heavier when I gave up on my work.
You just had more important things to tend to, Auntie. No one in the tribe blames you. We all know that Nechka needs
I
her
want Tribe
mother's
9 to
care.
finally release. I'm glad I got you hyped.
But that doesn't change the fact that I gave up on my
I
work.
also want the release. They
even
should give
now,
us a release
I
date
still
right
have not found the
now.
courage to pick up my hammer again. I'm sorry to leave you to shoulder all the responsibilities alone, Xilonen.
Oh.
Ooh, why so somber all of a sudden? Don't be so sad, everyone.
By the way, in case anyone's watching who doesn't know what Tribe 9 is, wishlisted on Steam
Relax,
now,
Auntie.
it's
I
good.
can handle the work.
It's another
Once
gacha
Nechka is
game
back
and
on
it's
her
so
feet,
good.
You should get back to work and let me have a vacation. You'll be the one who's busy then.
It's amazing.
And I'll be sitting at the side drinking chocolatl and cheering you on.
I've played it twice now.
If that day really comes, you can have
I'm
as
looking
much
forward to
chocolatl
actually
as you
playing
like.
it for real when it releases. So how did Nechka get so sick though?
If you asked me before,
I wouldn't have even been able to talk about it. But now that she's gradually recovering, I've also gained some courage to face what happened back then.
Bosses are now once a
Neitschka's
week.
illness actually originates from the Abyss. That night, I was in the tribe, having a discussion.
Well, the
with the
domains for the
forging of new
bosses have
ancient
always
names.
been once a week.
Before we could finish our discussion,
It's not
the
that they're
alarm
that
started
like
to
that
ring
now.
outside.
That's always
A
been
horde
the
of monsters
case.
from the Abyss suddenly attacked the tribe, so everyone banded together to fight them
Which
off.
is why I make sure
I joined
that
the fray as
every
well.
single week
And
I
it wasn't
fight
until the
every
monsters
single
were
one of the
repelled
bosses.
that I got back home with some guards from the tribe. But Neitschka was gone. I can't remember how long I spent searching for her.
Oh.
Maybe for 2 or 3 days. In the end, we found Neitschka at the bottom of a short cliff.
Alright. Just a second. It's actually kind of annoying because Genshin is the one game where I don't have the stream manager open during it normally. So I'm gonna have to do that right now. And prepare for ads. Are they running? Okay, ads are running. 30-second ad is playing. Reverse card against the ads. This is sponsored now. Yeah. So anyway, as I was saying earlier, what was I saying earlier? Damn, Spinne masterfully avoided the ads. But yeah, the weekly bosses, right. I make sure I fight all the weekly bosses every single week. Whether or not I need their drops currently, I still fight them. Because I know I can only fight them once a week. So if I eventually have a character who does need the drops, I will hopefully have a supply of those by then. Because otherwise the grind to actually get that stuff would take forever. Which is why, yeah, I fight all... How many are there currently? Are there like 10? 2 per nation? Except for Natlan, where we currently still don't have any. Yeah, it should be 10 weekly bosses. I make sure I get them done every single week. So... From Scaramouche. For Xilonen. Well, it isn't really that hard of a fight, I think. Personally. The hardest weekly boss currently. Because that's Electro. Well, the weekly bosses don't have to be a certain element. Plus, the mech isn't just Electro. That mech uses Pyro, it uses Hydro, it uses Electro. It uses Cryo, it uses all kinds of elements. So, yeah.
She was holding a dried up embercore flower in her hand, and there were traces of abyssal corruption around her wounds. I know. It was all my fault. Before the incident, Neitschka had asked if I could forge an ancient name for her. Work was busy at the time,
Maybe do them in
so I told her
Rail.
that if she could find an
I
embercore
guess
flower,
auto mode would
I
be
would use
helpful
it as
for that then,
material
huh?
to forge her an ancient name. Oh, Neitschka, my daughter, my Neitschka. I was holding her in my arms.
Stop
but
crying.
No matter how many times I called her name, she wouldn't open her eyes and look at me.
Imagine crying over your daughter.
I was the one who
Sad.
decided to move my workshop to the outskirts of our tribe for work. And I was the one who left her home alone. Oh, my daughter. My Neitschka. Why do you have to suffer like this?
Whoa, hey! It's okay, right? Neitschka's getting better.
Not if I have anything to say about it. Put a bullet in her head.
The strength to write letters now, doesn't
Where can
she?
I get gun?
Well, Xilonen has even brought her a gift.
Things will get better.
Sorry. I just can't control myself whenever I
By the way,
remember
that's
that
a very dumb statement.
Phew. All right.
I
It's not every
can't
day that I
possibly
get
give a
guests.
prognosis
I
of
really
her
shouldn't be
sickness
crying like
without
this.
knowing the exact nature
I
of her
asked someone
conditions,
to
and
buy some
even then I
ingredients
can
for
just
me.
give a rough prognosis
So
and not
why don't
guarantee
you stay for
anything.
dinner tonight? I'll make some shrimp bisque.
You can't
grilled
just
fish and
say,
mint sauce, and
this
tower
will get
tacos.
better, don't worry about it.
That sounds like a lot to
Because
make,
if
and you
you're
don't want to
wrong,
tire yourself out.
then guess what? Everyone who you told this to will be at your throat for lying to them. Alright, let me flex my cooking skills, I guess.
Thank you both, but don't worry. It's just a few dishes. I'll be fine. You three just need to make sure everything gets eaten up. I can't eat a lot at this age.
Oh, we haven't had anything to eat yet, so don't worry. We'll make sure there are no leftovers.
Promise the plates will be picked clean.
Ah, it just occurred to me that Xilonen likes to eat cheesy crab hot pot. Why don't I make that instead of the grilled fish and mint sauce? I remember you don't like picking out fish bones.
Nah, both are fine with me. I've learned to just chew up the fish bones now.
Damn!
Oh, come on now.
Wow.
If you don't want to pick out the bones, I can just take them out for you. Anyway, for dessert, would you like a cup of grain fruit or chocolate?
Chocolate! Chocolate! Chocolate!
How about a cup of green fruit mixed with chocolate?
Okay, got it. I'll go start cooking, but could you do me a favor in the meantime? I ordered a bunch of ingredients, and they should be here
We
any
obviously
minute now.
choose
Would you go
chocolate
check by the door
here.
and see if they were
It's
already
the
here?
obviously
If
correct
so,
choice.
Please bring them in. Come on, Xilonen. Stop lying around. You shouldn't nap before dinner. It'll ruin your appetite.
Hey, I'm not a kid anymore, you know. You don't have to worry about my
Neon
appetite.
be like,
That's
not
beside
just
the point.
Neon.
If you don't watch out for your health while you're still young, then when you get older, you'll...
All right. I'm getting up.
We'll go check on the ingredients with Xilonen. It isn't far, so it shouldn't take us long.
Alright, let's go check then.
That kid.
Exit. This way. Alright, let's see.
No one's come to deliver the ingredients yet. Paimon thought we'd see someone come flying down on a Yunkasaur as soon as we came out.
No such luck,
A
I
messenger
guess.
from the Scions of the Canopy wouldn't be flying here. They usually come climbing down the cliffs nearby.
Should we
No need
go
to look.
to the cliffs?
There isn't anyone on the cliffs.
Meet them halfway? Should we keep walking?
I just saw a ghost.
Hello, it's me, I am Ghost.
Hey, you there. Sorry, but does Tlisoli live around here?
Oh, are you the one who's supposed to deliver the ingredients?
I don't see any ingredients, you bastard.
Ingredients? Are you kidding? I was nearly eating myself.
Not only lose my teeth
Never mind
in a
that
day, but also
Those
probably get a
monsters
heart
are still
attack.
hot on my heels. Please, you've got to help me.
Damn.
Xilonen, where'd she go?
She's already on her way.
Whoa, she's
A
already
chocolate
gone up to
good.
fight the monsters? Let's go help her out.
But yeah, I also have my limits on how much chocolate I eat. But I do also like chocolate. Alright, first things first, shield.
Stabilize.
Oz, reveal.
Set up Oz. Throw these things out. Alright, Zhongli.
By royal decree.
And that should be it.
All right, that should be it for the monsters. Yeah, it was easier than I thought. Oh, it also seems we're in good luck. The goods weren't damaged either.
Personally, I'm more of a fan of
Strange.
Lindt
We didn't see
chocolate.
any monsters on the way here.
Lindt is a amazing brand for chocolate. Sadly, it is also the slightly more expensive one. But it's so good. You must have terrible luck.
Yeah, right. I use this road to deliver goods all the time, and I've never been attacked like this before. It's the main road in and out of the tribe, so people often come here to clear out any monsters. This area is usually very safe. I don't
Except
know what
today,
happened,
apparently.
but it seems like all the monsters around here have gone berserk. Even the docile Tepetlosaurs are in a frenzy. Tlisoli doesn't even forge ancient names anymore, so why can't she just move back to the tribe? If she
Because
comes
you
back,
all
Natchka
suck.
will even be able to find some playmates. She's so young and hasn't even... Natchka's playmates.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, Spinner, I totally
wait,
get that.
I feel like my kids have
It's fair.
played with
It's
her
fair.
before. They've even told me
Understandable.
about Natchka's favorite game. If I remember right, it was... strange. I always remembered it before. How could I forget all of a sudden?
Everyone's getting forgetful now.
He has a blaze gem inscription too.
Which is at fault. That thingy, that is the culprit. So luck shouldn't be the problem.
You should go back to the tribe. It seems like you had quite the scare today. We'll take the ingredients back for you. I'll carry these bags, and you two can carry the rest.
Sure thing.
If you say so. Thank you so much. I guess today's just a really bad day for me to go outside.
It's the inscriptions, it's
Weird.
the gems.
Why is everyone we run into today having trouble remembering stuff?
And they're all carrying blaze gem inscriptions.
I'm not sure how to say it, but she's got a strange feeling about this. Like it's all
100k damage.
Once you live long enough,
Damn.
you'll eventually
So that's
start
what it takes to be a
experiencing
child
strange
beater,
days
huh,
like this.
Lexi?
Let's bring the ingredients back. Otherwise, we won't have anything to eat tonight.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Hi. Don't mind me, I'm just passing by. Alright. Here I am.
How brilliant!
Hi there, hello. How's it going? We have returned, bearing
You're finally
ingredients.
back. What took you so long?
Alright,
I
I'll
was
have to
starting
check Discord
worry.
later then.
Oh,
I mean, I
yeah,
always check
we,
Discord after
ran
my
into
streams
some small
anyway, so
problems,
you
but
know.
everything's fine now.
All right. As long as everything's okay now. You'll have a seat. I'll get the food ready. It won't take long.
Oh yeah, but since we were on the topic of gacha games earlier, hang on. Slowly gets the food, gets on food after cooking. It's time for a delicious meal.
There's
Yeah.
so much tasty food.
Since we were talking about different gacha games earlier, anyone else looking forward to
They
the
were all pretty
HoloCure
simple dishes to
update?
make. Don't
It's
be
getting
shy.
close.
Dig in, everyone.
It was supposed to come out this month, but they did say there's a slim chance it might be pushed back into, you know, November. So, again, it's very close. It is either gonna come out the last few days of October or the start of November. And I am very, very curious about it. I'm really excited to see how the new characters play. Okay, 9 more playable characters. And they're all gonna have unique mechanics and everything. It's gonna be interesting. I mean, come on. We get to play as the horny pirate in the next update. The horny pirate is coming to HoloCure. Marine Sencho is coming. In more ways than one, I'm assuming. Oh. Anyway. What would you like to start with, Paimon?
Paimon will help herself. Paimon will have some of this, and this. Oh, and this!
Ooh, yeah. Can I get another serving, please?
You're done already? Do you even chew when you're eating?
Chew? What that? Is that necessary?
Of course! Didn't I say that I chew up the fish bones? I'll have just one more fish and leave the rest for Nechka.
It's okay. Just go ahead and eat all you'd like. Nechka can't eat these dishes anyway. Her body is too weak to digest these kinds of things. I'll just make some broth for her.
Sag.
Oh no, but Paimon thought she'd already recovered from her illness.
It's them
Injuries
stupid
caused by the abyss
gems.
cannot be undone. The doctor said the fact that she's stable is already quite a miracle.
You
But
know,
it's
if she
okay.
still has abyssal
Nechka can
energy,
talk to me now and can even
I am
hold
very
my
good
hand.
at, you know, getting rid
That's
of
more than I
that.
could ask for. Even if she will never again know that I am her mother.
What do you mean?
Memory
The
issues for
doctor
her
said
too.
The abyss has had an irreversible effect on Nechka's soul. She's
Oh.
lost all her memories from before she was
So how about you
injured.
get rid of all those
The doctor
gems
also
and then
said
let me
this
go
sort of
see
memory
her
loss
so I
isn't like simply
can,
forgetting
you know,
something.
suck out the abyss.
Rather, she can no longer remember anything from before that fateful day.
Maybe that'll help.
Huh? But how does that happen?
Like a certain
You
thing
know
in
that the Woven
ReZero.
Scroll is what the
Haha.
Masters of the Nightwind use to
ReZero?
record things, right?
Not a show
Well,
I ever
generally
watched,
speaking,
huh?
forgetting things is like when the woven scrolls would gradually start to fade. As long as you repaint and weave the threads again, the faded memories will come back to life. But the case of Nechka's memory loss is as if her woven scroll had been cut in two, and the portion of the past was burnt to ashes.
You can still
The books she
reconstruct
loved
it
to
though
read,
if you really feel
the
like
flowers
it.
she took joy to grow, and the time she spent in this house were all cut off by the abyss.
Is episode 4
and can
already
never be
out, or is
retrieved
episode
again.
3 still the newest one?
As one example of
Because
that,
I watched 3
Nechka now
episodes
only
of
sees
the
me
new
as
season
a
of ReZero so
strange,
far.
unfamiliar auntie
If
who
episode 4 is
claims to
already
be her
out, then I
mother.
definitely need to
She's a good
catch
kid,
up.
and doesn't want to upset this lady who's been taking care of her so much, so she still calls me Mom. But I've always had a feeling that she's constantly wondering about things like, where is her real mother? Why is she stuck here in this house? Was she abandoned? Nechka really has no idea that her real mother is right in front of her, and has never left.
Damn. You are the real mom.
So you plan on recreating Nechka's woven scroll all by yourself?
What do you mean?
See? Reconstruct that
Or
shit.
should I say, you've already started reweaving that scroll long ago.
A blaze gem inscription? Try to find the episode. Instantly see opportunities to sail the 7 seas. Again, I wouldn't be for sailing the 7 seas if there was one streaming service that had basically all the popular anime on it. But the way it's spread out all over the place, one can't help but sail the 7 seas occasionally, so it is very fair to do that. Blaze gem inscription.
The delivery guys. I saw it hanging from his waist, so I asked to borrow it from him. Don't worry, I'll return the inscription to him once we've figured everything out. These things aren't cheap, after all.
When did you know?
Yeah, I noticed it back when blaze gem inscriptions suddenly became popular among the tribe. It was then that I also noticed that everyone wearing blaze gem inscriptions had varying degrees of memory loss.
Episode 4 is here.
Traveler, you've picked
Alright.
up on it too,
I'll
haven't
have
you?
to check that on the weekend. Maybe I'll watch it tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Everyone's memory loss had something to do with Nechka.
Accessories made using ancient names forging techniques. For what's only supposed to be a pretty souvenir, this inscription contains a phlogiston engraving with a truly overkill level of complexity. The shapes and patterns of these engravings are also identical to that of an ancient name. By making just a few slight adjustments to the layout and connections of the main pattern, you can pretty much qualify this Blaze Gem inscription as a bona fide ancient name.
Damn,
And
someone's
yet,
talented.
You've never told anyone about these engravings in the Blaze Gem inscriptions that can be activated at any time. Am I right, Auntie?
I knew you were a sharp one, Xilonen. That's right. I have a way to cure Nechka and restore all her memories. It's actually quite simple. I want to forge an ancient name for Nechka that contains all of her past memories.
Going to make an ancient name for Nechka? Hang on a second! Ancient name must be approved by the wife. Also, didn't we learn that to make an ancient name, the person forging the ancient name sacrifices themselves? So you gon' die, is what you're saying. Must it not be acknowledged by the Wyab, though?
And the reason they must be approved by the Wyab is because the memories they bear are all stored within the ley lines. Extracting those memories from the ley lines requires the Wyab's assistance. But your plan wouldn't need you to do any of that, right, Auntie? Your Blaze Gem inscriptions will help you complete that part of your plan in the ley line's place. You will use the inscriptions to form a massive memory bank for Nechka. And the ancient names you're trying to forge will be used to extract corresponding memories from the memory bank.
A memory bank? Wait, so the reason all those people were having trouble remembering stuff is because the Blaze Gem inscriptions took away any memories?
Well, you
related
see,
to
you might help her, you know, recover and everything, but you'll also make everyone in the area forget about her. Which is that really what you want? Do you want nobody to know anything about Nechka anymore when she recovers? Even though she's forgotten home past, her life was still witnessed by other people.
Using other people's memories of Nechka to reconstruct her past? This is the first time I've heard of such an idea.
You've seen through my plans, Xilonen. You're as outstanding as ever. Far more brilliant than me. I intend to use this method to collate all the memories related to Nechka and allow her to regain her past again.
But wouldn't extracting memories like that hurt the person carrying the Blaze Gem inscription?
Hurt how? Give them memory loss, I guess.
Not at all. Every time a Blaze Gem inscription extracts memories, the process is under my precise control. That way, there's no chance of anyone in the tribe getting hurt. This is the central inscription that controls all the other Blaze Gem inscriptions. Which will also soon serve as Nechka's ancient name.
Hi there!
You made all of this yourself, Tlasoli?
How is it going? How are you? Even though it's not an official ancient name, that's still a lot to do on your own.
Yes, it was lots and lots of work. It was truly exhausting. Or perhaps I've just grown old.
Imagine growing old. DMing for the first time in a year. Ooh,
I nearly
nice.
fainted just from being
By the
in
way, I
sun.
still remember that
I could
offer
collapse tomorrow.
that you
Or
gave,
even in the next few
that you made
but
a while
Nechka's
ago
ancient
for
name is still far from
potentially
completion.
DMing a
I've solved the issue of storing
one-shot.
memories, but I still don't know how to
I still have
connect
to
Nechka
talk
this central
to a few
inscription.
people, see who exactly would want to
thought you just
participate and
modify
when
your
would be a
own
good time for
ancient
that. I
name.
still appreciate
I
that.
considered it, but
I still appreciate
this
the rain
matter
check
doesn't
and
have
everything
anything
that
to
you
do
gave
with my
us.
ancient name. It's of no help to me, and I don't need its help now.
Well, Spin is definitely on board, at
The price
least.
to pay for making
I
something
feel like
this.
Neon will probably also be on
Yes,
board.
I do. But as long as I can get
But yeah,
my
we'll have
Nechka
to see.
back,
Maybe
I'm
close
willing
to
do
Christmas?
whatever it
Ooh, that would
takes.
be a good one.
Otherwise, Nechka won't have
Yes.
any chance of reclaiming her past.
We'll
once
see if
I'm
we can
dead
make it
and
work
gone.
close to Christmas.
She won't remember
Absolutely.
me, and she won't even remember why her name is Nechka. When that time comes, she will be left to drift around the world all alone, unknowing of where she came from or where she should go.
Ah, man, this is gonna be
She is
interesting.
my daughter, the one to whom I gave the Nechka name.
I think Rob would also
Whether
be
it
there.
as her mother or
Oh
as a
god,
name
I
in her
realize
name.
having
I
Rob in
can't
a
simply
D&D
stand by
party
and
would
let her
probably
disappear.
cause a lot of chaos.
Xilonen?
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Better think about this for a moment.
I'll take the central inscription with me. I'm going to completely disassemble it to confirm its components and uses, and I won't make any promises until I've checked everything.
Alright.
Say goodnight to Nechka for me, Auntie.
Oh, wait. I've also finished the inscriptions for the Traveler in Paimon. Let me fetch them for you.
Inscriptions for me? Are you gonna steal my memories too?
I'm sorry it took me so long to finish them.
Hold on, Auntie. The Traveler and Paimon have never met Nechka before, so you can't draw any memories from them.
Oh, the banner's still there. I think like 4 days.
That wasn't my intention. They're just ordinary gifts. Please, take them.
Oh.
Huh? What was that noise?
Nechka must have woken up and wants to get out of bed on her own. Sorry, I'll go check on her first. Nechka, don't try to get out of
2
bed.
temples are
Just
ready.
tell Mom if you need anything.
You go
My
ahead and
like
take care of Nechka.
200 temples
Let's go,
already.
Traveler and Paimon.
Nah,
There are
not
a few
200.
things
Imagine
I
if I
wanna
had
tell you.
200 temples though. 2,000 temples.
Let's head back to the tribe first. There are some things I need to get from my workshop. Disassembling the central inscription? It's not going to be easy.
Yeah, whatever you say. To the tribe. Alright, we're here. Begin the disassembly process.
You two can wait outside for a moment. I just need to go in and grab something. The workshop is a little messy, so unfortunately, I won't be able to show you around.
But I want to have a look. Also, hi Dormuse, how are you? Hope you're well.
Oh, yeah, that's not really what I mean. It's not
What's
the
the quest
mess
today?
that's really the problem.
Alright, so we're
It's
hanging
just
out
that
with
the workshop is
Xilonen over
cluttered
here.
with way too much stuff. Books,
And,
files, and even ancient texts I got from the masters
essentially,
of the Nightwind.
we're...
Everything's
Alright.
piled up to the ceiling. You
Quick summary.
probably
There's a sick
won't know where to
child.
step once you're inside.
The mother of said
Kachina
sick child is
suffered
trying to
quite
treat
an
her,
unfortunate series of
which
events the last
comes
time
at
she
a
went
little bit of
inside.
harm to other people.
Well, I
And we're currently
suppose it was
deciding
my
on
fault
whether
for
or not
being
what
so
she's doing
focused
is
on
worth
searching
it.
for information at the time that I forgot to lock the
And
door.
whether or not what she's doing is
After entering
safe
the workshop,
enough.
she was shocked to find herself face to face with a massive woven scroll from the Masters of the Nightwind, and then she turned around and knocked over a huge stack of forging blueprints. She tried to step out of the way, but tripped on a poster tube that was behind her, and then boom! The forging blueprints came crashing down right onto her head.
Well, that's unlucky.
No!
Was Kachina okay?
She's lucky I noticed in time. I found Kachina in a daze and managed to save her before an entire set of the history of the Children of Echoes was about to bury her. I then dragged her up to the second floor. Ever since then, Kachina always waits outside the door and doesn't dare take a step in whenever
Yeah,
she comes
Tribe
to
9
see
was
me.
definitely very generous with the gacha pulls, but that's, again, because of demo reasons. They want you to pull a lot, so you can test out stuff. I still hope Tribe 9 gives you extra pulls for playing the demo and the closed beta. Would be a shame if they didn't reward me at all. I'd be very upset. Are there really that many books inside?
Yeah, you're an artisan and craftswoman after all. We thought there would be weapons and armor hanging all over the place. But it seems more like a library than a workshop.
Well, my primary work is forging ancient names, which is much trickier than making swords
Also,
and
hi,
tools.
Camp
Aside from the
Koopa.
necessary craftsmanship,
Thank
I
you
also need
very
to
much for
consult
the
many
raid.
ancient
Welcome,
texts.
raiders. How's it going? Can we get a shout out real quick? Thank you. Thank you for the shout out. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Hi, I'm Code. I play Genshin occasionally. What were you up to? What were you up to, Camp Koopa? Were you also playing Genshin or were you playing something else? And if you were playing Genshin, what exactly were you doing today? I know there's a new event going on right now that I will probably get to next week. Were you doing that? Or were you also doing story stuff? Or maybe exploring, maybe Spiral Abyss? So many things you could be doing. Then again, that is all assuming you were playing Genshin. Which might not be the case. You were. Alright. So yeah, I am currently doing Xilonen story quest, which I've been wanting to do for a while. In fact, I wanted to do it immediately upon its release, because there's a limited amount of time you have for the bonus rewards, right? It's like, hey, at this point there's only 4 more days left to get the bonus rewards. And I wanted to get those bonus rewards. And then I learned that this quest is locked behind the Archon story. So I had to do that first, and now I'm finally ready to do the story quest. After it took me way too long to get through the Archon quest. You just restarted. Oh, okay. So playing on a different server now, I assume? I assume you had an account on one server and did a new account on another one? Interesting. I don't know if I could restart at this point. I don't know if I could really restart. Break from Genshin, so it was overwhelming to pick back up. That's fair. That's fair. I haven't taken a break from Genshin since I started playing this game 3 years ago at this point. It's become a bit tedious at times, I will admit. Very tedious at times. Doing the daily quests constantly and everything, but I make it work. I make it work. So, if you don't want to spoil yourself, or you need to take a step back and rest up after your stream, totally understand if you got a dip immediately after the raid. But if you do want to stay, up to you. After all, if you just restart, it'll probably take you forever to get to this point in the story, so you will probably forget anyway, even if there is something a bit spoilery happening. But yeah, totally understand if you don't want to spoil yourself or need a break after your stream. And in that case, yeah, rest up. And to anyone else who accompanied the raid, it's up to you to decide whether or not you want to stick around for this. I hope you do, but nobody's pressured to do so.
Name represents a certain spirit, behind which are countless related stories to support it.
Don't mind Spinner just talking about other gacha games as well.
The essence of an ancient name is the physical manifestation.
Alright, appreciate the lurk. Some pointers.
And as a name engraver, when I'm working on a new
ancient
name, I'm not only trying to give it a physical shape.
Well, take it from a Zhongli main. The only pointer you need is get Zhongli. That's all I will say.
I have to collect as many related stories as possible and read through them all.
The objectively best character in the game, Zhongli.
People tend to add a lot of extraneous details when it comes to stories about themselves. For stories that have been clearly exaggerated or altered, I must gather other related stories and information as cross-references. This way, I can
Zhongli and Hu Tao are also a very good combo, technically.
And restore the person's life to its true nature.
Zhongli, I mean, come on, powerful shield. You can just neglect dodging altogether.
And this is the only way for the spirit to become an ancient name that matches its essence.
Zhongli can just absorb all the damage because his shield is so strong.
Before, but after hearing you explain the details, Paimon can't help but think that ancient names are really powerful.
Oh, the two people working at the funeral parlor work well together? Who would have expected that? I mean, honestly, always good to fact check. It is good that she's engaging in fact checkery. If only they could be even more powerful.
Well, no matter how powerful ancient names could be, they would never be able to suddenly turn into a blade or allow you to smash through an entire cliff in one punch.
Damn it, but I wanted to smash entire cliffs.
It's just a form of spiritual power that's passed down from generation to generation. It doesn't have those kinds of physically tangible effects.
If you're not already lurking, how far are you currently since restarting? And how far were you before you restarted?
From the moment you
kind of
appeared
curious.
in this world, some person had already prepared a blessing for
Since you just restarted today, I can assume you're still in
condensed
Mondstadt.
this blessing into your name and gave it to you as a gift. It may feel like the moment you received your name is already in the past, but it will always stay with you and move with you in the future.
I mean, it's true though. It doesn't just seem like I received my name in the past, because that is accurate.
Well, that's what Auntie once told me. With this blessing, people will become more confident as they walk into their future. To put it another way, it's like having a lamp in your hand as you walk through the darkness of night.
Huh.
Oh, Paimon gets that. If you're alone when you're walking in the dark, it's easy to get scared and tired quickly.
Alrighty then.
But if someone else is walking with you, then it won't be nearly as scary. And
Unless that other person walking with you is someone you don't know who wasn't supposed to be there.
the traveler always has Paimon by his
120k.
side, though, so he'll never have to worry about that.
Well, it sounds like you have a very powerful Xilonen then.
Many wish they could be in your shoes, traveler.
I'm assuming Xilonen will only get more and more powerful. Anyway, please, you're always the one to get tired when we're on the road. Yeah, Paimon, you're always tired even though you're floating. And I'm doing all the work.
Paimon's always flying, of course it gets tiring. But we're getting off topic, we can talk about that later.
Skill during the festival. Ah! So in Liyue Harbor. Ah, the Liyue Harbor story. A lot of stuff going on. Lots of stuff. By the way, thing is, I think after you complete the Liyue story, I've heard that the game allows you to skip straight to Natlan. Personally, I wouldn't recommend skipping to Natlan. I would suggest personally to do the story in order. I don't know, something about them giving you the option to skip over here feels very weird. So yeah, 77 critical rate after using. That is definitely good crit stuff there, Lexi. And hey, nice that you're playing on EU. I'm also playing on the EU server. Haha, fun how that works out. I feel like most people over here are playing on the EU server. My UID is on screen a lot, in case anyone's curious. I'm not really hiding it or anything. I mean, I am currently kind of hiding it. I mean, Gabe isn't. True, most people here are, but Gabe isn't. I'm kind of hiding the UID behind me right now, but it still shows up a lot on my stream, so, in fact, you know what I'm gonna do real quick? As we continue. I'm just gonna move over here temporarily. Just for a moment. As we continue on. Don't worry, I'll move back to the right where I belong in a second. Try not to fall asleep on me next time. At least try not to eat so much.
Anyway,
there we go.
This is what Clisoli told me when I was training as a name engraver. And to be honest, I've only understood 20% of what she said at most. I've never been able to figure out the rest.
Alright. Oh yeah, now you can see my UID in case anyone's interested.
Well, that's not entirely true. Auntie and I have at least come to a consensus on the most important thing. You know what? I am sick of talking. We can talk about all of this later. Please, wait a moment while I grab my things.
Talk about this more later is what the text box said, though. You're still not accurate here. Ronan opens the door and walks into a workshop. Some unsettling crashing sounds come from the workshop, followed by some organizing creaks and squeaks. Eventually, Xilonen rushes out the door with a box in her arms. She then turns around and kicks the door closed, shutting the sound of dusty boots falling on the ground inside. Alright. You're on the left, I know, it's weird. It feels very weird to me.
Something collapsed in there just now.
Move back. This feels like I became left-handed.
It was just a bunch of very old ancient name records.
Don't worry, it's
I've already made
temporary.
copies of them. I kept this set of phlogiston
2
wedges
minutes
in the back,
and
so
now
it wasn't
everything
easy
is
to take
off.
out. I had to resort to brute force.
I did this before,
Come
by
on,
the way.
let's go
This isn't the
disassemble
first
the
time
central
I'm on
inscription.
the left side
It
of the
shouldn't take
screen.
long.
For example, when I did streams where I watched some of my old clips, that's when I was on the left side, because on the right side is old me yapping away, and I didn't want to block old me. Alright, fine. I'm a friend here if you don't mind. I do not mind, in fact. Okay, fine, that's my signal to move back, I guess. Fine, people are that against seeing me on this side of the screen, huh? How very weird. I wonder why people don't like me being here. It's almost like this is weird because you're not used to it. Anyway. Now I'm here. I'm back. Did you miss me? Did you miss right-sided code? Because I am now back, where I should be. Let's see if we come from the other side. The throws always come from a random direction. Alright. Alright, I'll accept the request later. For now, I should focus on actually doing the story.
Proper etiquette, I'd
Up
be
there.
happy to teach you.
Alright. But yeah, Zhongli, amazing character. Everybody play Zhongli. Worship the Zhong Dong, as any person in their right mind should. Might as well heal at the statue while I'm passing by. Thank you. Signal to move back to the left side. You know what, you're right. That should have been a signal to move back to the left again.
This cliff is pretty high.
To the left, to the left.
Climb to the very top and then throw this inscription down the cliff?
We're disassembling it, not destroying it, Paimon.
I'm going to use
Zhong
phlogiston to make an
Yeah.
engraving circle on the
Yeah.
cliff wall. That will allow me to investigate the internals of the central inscription.
Yeah, fuck Rift Hounds. I agree,
Let's
Lexi.
see
Rift
if
Hounds are the
thing
worst
can
enemy
even
type.
turn on. I was still an apprentice last time I used it.
What is the hardest
Before
boss
we
in the
attempt to
game?
engrave the
Including
inside
regular
pattern of an
bosses,
ancient
weekly
name with
bosses, and
phlogiston.
everything else.
We always use this to draw
Correct,
out
the hardest
engraving
boss in the
diagram
game
on
is
a
a
cliff
regular
or
boss.
Open ground.
That is at the
Only
very
after
south of
we've
the map.
confirmed that phlogiston
in
can flow
Inazuma.
properly through the internal engravings, can we start
None of the
formally
weekly
working on
bosses are
small
anywhere
internal
remotely as
engravings
hard as
of
that
the
one
ancient
normal
name?
boss in
If we want to
Inazuma.
dismantle the central inscription in a non-destructive manner, we'll have to use this thing.
Because it's a Rift
I
Hound
really don't want
boss.
to engrave such a large diagram with my bare hands.
It's stupid. I hate
so
that
you'll
boss.
be able to see what it looks like on the inside
I've killed it once and never again.
For the most part. If it were just an ordinary unfinished ancient name piece, I'd just take it apart and pour phlogiston into the internal engravings to see everything. But since
But it
it's a
is
central
not-
inscription,
Yeah,
it would be better not to destroy the blessing that Auntie has prepared for Nichka.
So what do you want to do instead then?
Xilonen, does this central inscription fall under the 20% you understand about ancient names? Or the other 80% you don't understand?
There's an 80% chance that it's the part of the There's an 80% chance that it's part of the 20%. Ah, yes, of course. Ah, okay. Don't apologize for driving. You said you were lurking. Totally understandable. Of other games, so everything's new to me. I see. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Sometimes you just get way too distracted by other games. I get it. I get it. I mean, I'm gonna get very distracted once a certain other gacha game comes out. Have I mentioned how much I'm looking forward to Tribe 9? Have I ever brought that up?
Oh, don't worry. As I said,
I don't
Auntie
think
and
I
share an
have.
understanding of the most important principle,
Ah, boy.
which is names
Killed it
are
multiple
intrinsically
times.
valuable.
I see. Well,
Only
can
by
you
having
do you
names
also
can
agree
things
that it's
be
the hardest
sorted
boss in
and
the game,
categorized.
Lexi?
They allow the world to become more orderly.
you
and
agree?
identifiable. For example, when I order ore, I would usually say I need volcanic crystals of about 35% purity and no more than 3% of impurities.
Yeah.
Without specific names, I would only be able to go to the ore merchant and say, I want this and this. No, this isn't it. That one. No, not that one either. Yeah, you see what I mean? Names are a crucial part of how we standardize
For
our
the OT to
workflow.
beat it,
Without
interesting.
names,
I still think it's the
the
hardest
work
one.
would
It
be
sucks.
impossible.
I hate it. So hi, Karel. How's it going? So you're talking about it from a technical perspective.
Yes, because forging ancient names is first and foremost a technical job. There's no debating that. As for the question of why it's important, as long as it does not affect your ability to perform your work, you'll gradually understand it as you put the process into practice.
You really care about efficiency above all else.
After all, creating an ancient name is quite the complicated process. Well, let me break it down even further. We're not in the tribe right now anyway. Essentially, by forging ancient names, I'm assigning nicknames to the heroes in Natlan's history. Giving someone a name is a
Zhongli does make
subjective
Ishtar feel like
expression.
nothing,
You just
but I
need
feel
to
like
express
Ishtar
your
is
hopes
possible
and
without
wishes for
Zhongli
them.
too.
But giving someone a nickname is a much more
You just need
objective
to have a
expression.
healer in that
To come up with a
case.
fitting and accurate nickname requires much thought
Or
and
be just
observation.
perfect at dodging.
If ancient names or nicknames aren't descriptive
Or
enough,
find the right
no one will
elemental
remember them
combo of
anyway.
Ishtar.
So the best I can do is gather all the information I could and
If
try to
it
come up with the most
is
fitting nicknames possible.
like, for example, the
Even a
final
minor
phase of
mistake in the
Ishtar,
process could cause
you're
people to
definitely better off if
misunderstand
it's
the nickname.
Electro rather than
For a name
Cryo.
engraver such as
Electro,
myself,
the
such
Electro version
mistakes
is
would be
much
considered
easier
a
to dodge
major
than the
blunder.
Cryo attacks. Well, further I'll go back to the old. Fair enough. Depends on if your old account has a lot of characters that you would want. If your old account doesn't have any characters that mean a lot to you, then you might as well stick to the new account. You'll have to see how it plays out. Alright, Paimon, nicknames are your specialty.
Paimon isn't trying to come up with a nickname for Xilonen. Besides, all of
Give her an ugly nickname now.
very descriptive. Everyone can remember them.
Phew. Now I'm
On the
curious.
edge between healthy
Why
and
don't
sick.
you,
Hopefully
come up with
leaning
one for
towards
me?
healthy there.
Are you serious?
Of course. This is also my line of work, you know. Go ahead.
You know, I have Farina. Farina is technically a healer, but you would accept Farina on your team because she doesn't necessarily have to heal, right?
She uses phlogiston to forge weapons and make names for others.
Roller skate cat lady. There's the nickname. You better make it a good one.
Smith?
Wow, Paimon.
Yeah, not bad, and quite fitting too. I'll remember it. But you should keep observing my work, Paimon. Maybe you'll come up with an even better nickname. Right, okay.
I like the
Time to
suggestion
make like
of
a
roller
smith
skate
and
cat lady.
start smithing. Watch closely.
Oh, I also randomly got mail. Pretty and a Geo user. At the city you stopped at, which was Liyue, a Geo user from Liyue. Noelle is from Mondstadt, though.
Bring it! Adjust the inclination by 2 degrees. The error margin is within an acceptable amount, but
Are there any
extend the
female
inscription
Geo
link a
users in
little more
Liyue? I'm
just to be
trying to
safe.
remember.
I'll leave some space here.
Oh, right, yeah, obviously,
And the link and
obviously
readings
there are.
activated. The
A certain
inscriptions
rich
here will
lady.
overlap with each other.
A certain rich lady as well. Yunjin is there, and Ningguang, yeah. Probably Ningguang. Oh.
There. That should complete the flow.
Fair, fair. Ningguang can be pretty interesting.
You were running all
Plus, you're in luck because Ningguang isn't a 5-star. So she's a lot easier to get. Since she's only a 4-star character, your odds of getting her are a lot higher. Is that the power of the Children of Echoes?
Oh no, it doesn't have anything to do with my tribe. It's just the phlogiston adhesive I have on my shoes.
Why? Ah.
After all that
I
running
see.
around, I'll have to infuse them with more phlogiston again.
So her powers
I
come
should prepare
from
a spare supply
her
of
equipment,
phlogiston to bring with me
not her
next
actually
time.
having anything. Don't tell me you're actually already covered head to toe in work equipment.
More or less, yeah. I usually have at least the key equipment.
Yeah,
on
Noelle
hand.
is like a worse
I can show
version
them
of
to you when we
Zhongli,
next
though.
find the time, but
Noelle's
let's get to work
shield
first.
is worse than Zhongli's
Let
shield,
me
and it
see.
takes longer to
Start with
recharge.
Angle 1 and activate it with density 3.
I
for
liked
just
Noelle initially, but the second I had Zhongli, boom, Noelle was gone. Oh. Oh, it's the birthday of end-user license agreement. I see.
Just appeared.
AKA that one character. Who's all about the vengeance and stuff. For some time, the blast of phlogiston ceases and the central inscription returns to Xilonen's hands.
So are you done checking the inscription, Xilonen? How does it look?
I didn't find any anomalies in the phlogiston engraving. All the adjustments are indeed based on ancient name engraving techniques.
Of the only physical DPS in Genshin? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, the only physical DPS? Does Rivesley not count as physical? Or like or does because I feel like the punchy characters should come from non-elemental stuff too. Do the punchy characters not scale their damage off of non-elemental attacks as well? I thought they would, but I guess not. Huh. Interesting. So you're saying that everything's normal, so that means...
That means we can help Tlasoli and Nichka now, right?
Well, probably, but I have good news and bad news. Oh, but I'm also just going to go ahead and share both, so it's not like you'll have a choice in the matter.
Paimon will cover her ears after the good news.
Well, even if you cover your ears, the issue will still continue
Alright.
to exist.
I mean, yeah, Rivesley's a catalyst
you know,
user.
Before we get to that,
Still.
I want to ask the Traveler a question.
But he punchy
What are your
boy.
thoughts on absorbing memories?
It's necessary to save Nichka. It somehow doesn't seem right. I mean, I feel it's necessary. It's only very specific memories. It's not like the people are gonna have any long-term problems, presumably. So I say it's necessary.
Yeah, well, sounds like something you'd say. But if you ask me, there's a problem with what Auntie said. It's hard to control the absorption of memories. Technically speaking, this type of inscription has the power
Unspoiled.
to do far
Glad to
more
hear
than
that,
absorb
Hero.
memories
Glad to
related
hear
to a
that.
single person.
I've heard a bit about
By
Slave
herself,
Princess.
Auntie can't handle that level and scope of work, but
I've never played
if she
it.
has accomplices,
Duh.
it is completely possible for her to use this inscription to accomplish far bigger things.
Accomplices? You make it sound like she's committing a crime.
Yes.
Well, here's the good news.
We need more
Yes, this
crime.
Blaze Gem inscription would be the perfect tool to commit crimes, but we haven't found any accomplices or signs that she intends to put it to such uses. From a purely objective standpoint, we can consider that possibility as yet to be confirmed for now. The bad news is, there's still an underlying problem with
Oh
this
boy.
Blaze Gem inscription that cannot be ignored.
And that problem is?
I believe I've mentioned this before.
Go
Ancient
do
names
crime.
operate with the help of the YUB, granting them the power to read information kept in the ley lines. In this process, the YUB actually function like relays, helping the ancient name bearer sense the information from within the ley lines. If you remove the YUB from the process and don't use any tools, then finding a specific story is akin to trying to scoop up a specific
guess
grain
yet?
of sand from a rushing river.
Guess? Guess what? What? Guess what? Who? When? Didn't guess what? When? How? Oh wait, hold on. Gotcha games, there's one thing three of them have in common for you. 20 or more minutes ago. I see, that's why I didn't. Something three of them have in common. Is it that three of them make you, three of them get you to play every day and Genshin is the fourth one? No, probably not. Because I don't remember you talking about about Honkai Impact 3rd a lot, so that ain't it. No, I'm having a hard time guessing here. So before you're even able to retrieve the sand, you would most likely drown.
Yeah, exactly. Anyone who attempts to do so will likely lose most of their cognitive function or become a babbling madman who talks to themselves all day long. Now, let's consider the memories that Auntie has gathered as the ley line, and Nichka as the only ancient name bearer of this ley line. There's no way Auntie would let Nichka plunge into the river of memories without any tools. She'd only be overwhelmed by the surge of memories. And considering that Nichka has forgotten all of her past, she'll be unable to work on her own to accurately find the correct past. Only Aunt Plisoli can help her filter the correct memories of her past. So, if my hypothesis is correct, Auntie is actually planning on turning herself into Nichka's Wyab to help her extract the corresponding memories in the different situations she may face.
Oh.
In an ideal world, this would be perfectly fine, as long as every extracted memory is correct. Nichka would essentially be getting her past back.
A certain someone would die.
And I also believe that there won't be any mistakes in everything that Auntie remembers about Nichka. But Auntie is not a Wyab. Her body won't be able to handle the load for long.
So at any moment, she might just...
But how can we solve this problem? No matter how we try, Tlasoli will...
She's already made up her mind.
Names are blessings for the future from people standing in the past. I've also made up my mind. Come on, let's go see Auntie.
Playthrough and the video are mostly the same. More important part is me getting a use out of owning a copy. I see. Well, make the most out of it then. Alright, we gotta travel again. Hooray. Oh, yeah, that is, you get used to it, at least I got used to it. That is plain English, just, very difficult to read. Honestly, I'm having a hard time guessing there. Because I suck at guessing. 90% of the time. Something to do with... Is it red-eyed characters that you like? Is that it? Hello there. Is it that simple?
Xilonen. It looks like you've made your decision. Am I right?
Yes, here's some research that I've done. You can reference it to modify the way the central inscription operates. I'll also help you continue working on the Blaze Gem inscriptions, but I must have complete control over all the inscriptions and the ability to oversee their uses.
Alright.
The memories that can be absorbed by the inscription will be limited solely to Nichka's past. We'll plan a set time frame together from which the memories can be drawn from shortly.
Alright.
If you attempt to extract any memories beyond this scope, then I'll consider that as committing a criminal act and halt all work related to the central inscription.
Yay!
After the memory bank is
cooperating
constructed, the Blaze Gem
officially.
inscription's absorption functions must be stopped immediately. Only functionalities for outputting memories will be kept.
I accept. Thank you, Xilonen. I really...
Well, of course she's gonna accept. The alternative would just be being accused of crimes right here and now.
If you needed my help, you should have just said so. There's no need to beat around the bush like you did.
Using technology for ancient names to forge other things without permission is no trivial matter.
Is it that they're a little silly?
Yes, it's a major departure from the technology's intended use,
Is that
but
it been a...
it's nothing compared to a
Are the
child
characters
who
you
needs
like
help,
just a teeny
compared to a
tiny
name that's
bit
about to be
silly?
lost. But once this is all over, you must come with me to see
With a
Pakal
good
and
sense
discuss
for
everything that
business.
happened.
That's fine. I'm willing to accept any punishment for my little Nachka.
All right, let's clear off the table and come up with a plan. I need some time to consider how to let Nachka control the Blaze Gem inscription
Is it
on
that
her
they
own
damage
and
themselves
extract
for
the
combat?
memories from her past. Oh, by the way, did you give the book to Nachka?
How could I just hand her a birthday present that you specially brought for her? I've picked
So is
out
it
a
the
box
self-damage
and packaged it
then?
up. Wait till her birthday
If
and
it
then
has
bring
something
it
to
to
do
her.
with combat.
It'll be a nice surprise.
No, it's just an old book. There's no need to...
Oh! She fell again! That sounded a lot louder this time.
Oh, is Nachka up again? But what was all that noise? It sounded like something broke.
Ah, of course. Fire. Fire, fire. Oh no, did she fall?
Uh-oh. That's not good. Let's go have a look.
Nachka, don't hurt yourself.
Xilonen, is that you?
Oh wow! First time you're up.
You're Nachka?
First time
How
we've
many
seen
times
you.
have I told you? Don't get out of bed on your own. You were running a fever yesterday.
It's fun to stick a nuke
Hello,
in a
Nachka.
rocket launcher. What exactly are you
Thank you for
talking
the
about?
book. I've already read it several times.
Tools to slay gods, imagine.
You've already read it? But didn't Tlasoli package up the book that Xilonen brought?
No, she's all mixed up. The one she read isn't from Xilonen. It's one I bought for her before. A few days ago, she told me she wanted a book. I know nothing about these kinds of books, so I had no choice but to go to the tribe and look for a copy. I eventually
As soon
found
as the
one and bought it
quest
for
there
her.
happened, I knew something
I put
was
it in
off
her room
immediately.
Once I got back.
Is that so?
Soon after, she suddenly developed a fever. I was so busy taking care of her that I forgot about the book and even forgot that she had asked you for a gift.
Auntie, do you know which version of the book you bought?
Which version? The shopkeeper said it was the one with the perfect ending to the story. Apparently that's the only one you can find on the
Ah
market
yes, the
now.
quote-unquote perfect ending.
It's all my fault. You wasted your money and now it won't even be a surprise.
Oh, it's all right. It's just a book. As long as Nachka enjoys it, that's what matters.
Oh, right. Nachka probably doesn't know us. We're
Not
Dear
here.
Paimon and Mr. Traveler. Mom told me about you.
Wow! You know us! How grand.
Oh, seems like everyone knows who we are now.
No need to introduce ourselves anymore.
Yeah, Nachka seems to be doing pretty well today. Since she's been stuck indoors for the last few days, why don't we take her out for a walk?
Oh, off we go then. Let's check your temperature. Seems the fever's gone.
Take her for a walk. But considering her condition, I don't think she...
I'm sure she wants to go out though.
Oh, don't worry, Auntie. She'll be safe with the Traveler and me. We won't leave the tribe, and if anything comes up, we'll be sure to find the doctor immediately.
I can bring
Besides,
meteors
it's
from
her
the
birthday
sky in
a few
case of
days,
emergencies.
And we need to go to the tribe to buy some things. Let's give her a proper celebration. What do you think, Auntie?
I promise I'll be good, Mom. Didn't you say before that I need more fresh air?
All right. As you wish. I also
Off
happen
we
to have
go
a few
then.
pet Blaze Gem inscriptions that I need to get back to the tribe. We can go together. Wait for a moment. I'll go get Nachka's water bottle and some towels. Some medicine. Oh, and a parasol.
So Natsuli enters Netchka's room quickly. She comes back out.
Talk about being prepared.
We can camp out with all that stuff.
It doesn't hurt to be prepared. Okay, let's go. Please be good now, Nachka. Don't cause any trouble for Xilonen and the others.
If anything, we're gonna be in trouble.
Don't be a stranger, Nichka. Feel free to tell us anything. And even I was quite a handful for Auntie when I was little.
Yeah! It's not often you get to go out to play, so just have fun. Everything will be fine.
If you don't stir up any trouble when you're little, then you'll never get the chance again.
Okay, thanks everyone. And please don't worry, Mom. I'll be good. Let's go
And
to it
dead.
now. I've had her Blaze Gem inscription for a while now, and I'll finally return it to her today.
Well, off we go. One quick teleport later. And we're here. Hi there, hello. I come bearing gifts.
Tosoli, what brings you to the tribe today? Oh, and Nichka too. Oh, she seems to be doing much better now. She's even out and about. I'm sure it won't be long before she'll be playing with Chanil and the others.
Just you wait.
I hope so.
We're actually still
Here,
working on treating
Igna.
her.
This is your inscription. I finished repairing it.
Oh, thank you for bringing it back for me. Oh, by the way, I came across a piece of good quality ore a while ago. I was thinking of using it to make some pretty jewelry for little Nichka. I remember that Nichka would become so happy every time she saw a shiny ring. Right, Nichka?
I'm sure she'd love that. Thank you.
Another glorious memory to steal.
My pleasure. Give me a moment. I'll bring the ore.
Oh, I can make the jewelry for her. What kind would you like, Nichka?
I would like... something shaped like an embercore flower would be nice.
Wow,
She
you're
was always
talking
asking
for
me
her now,
before
huh?
to make her an ancient name with an embercore flower design.
Noted. I'll make that as a gift for her next birthday. Sorry, Nichka. It won't be a surprise for you.
Oh, unless she forgets about it.
That's okay. Thank you, Xilonen.
Found it. Sorry to keep you waiting. Here, please take it. By the way, Nichka, feel free to write to me if you ever want to know more about ores.
I come bearing gifts as
I
the
was
child
shocked
and her
last time you wrote me
belongings.
out of the blue, asking for a volcanic
This is a
crystal.
gift. Take it. No takebacks.
Sorry about that. She can hardly contain her curiosity now that she started to recover. She's still too weak to go out whenever she wants, so she begs me every day to help her write letters to people in the tribe about all sorts of things.
That's how you know she's one of the children of Echoes. It's normal for us to be interested in ore.
Everything's looking up!
Yeah, for
We're
now.
just like the main character in the new version of To Kill the Brave, when he was about to save his brother Remak.
Please don't give her any anything. She has only read one version. Why is there such a long pause here?
According to the story, we should be right around... let Paimon see... To Kill prayed to the goddess of mountains and fire. Let my brother's name ever live on. I am willing to sacrifice my heart and blood in return. The goddess replied, I've heard your prayer, but your brother is no longer
Great
your
acting,
kin.
Paimon. Better
His
than my
name has
reading of the
sunken
story
into
ever
the
was.
deepest of depths.
Then Tequil said, turn my blood to fire so my heart may illuminate the depths. I will bring my brother back before my blood runs dry.
Well, at least you're into it.
Whole line, Nichka. Paimon remembers that's exactly what the book... huh? Wait, what did the book say?
You forgot? But didn't you just read it, Paimon?
Paimon finished both books in one sitting. A lot of their content is nearly the same, so it's easy to get mixed up.
Sucks to suck, Paimon.
But the ending in the older version is more interesting. Even if it's hard for kids to, well, completely understand. Oh,
Stealing memories from Paimon, oh no!
it's okay.
We did just get inscriptions by her. She did say they were just gifts, but what if actually she's stealing from us
I already
too?
know the other ending. You already know the other ending? But didn't you
It's a
only read
book?
the edition your mom got for you?
Hey, what are you all chatting about so happily?
No, there's not a gacha game in the gacha game.
Mom. Mr. Traveler.
Well, actually,
and I
there kind
were
of
just
is, because the
talking about
trading
the
card...
ending of
Actually,
that
no, the
book.
trading card game doesn't
We were
have any
just
gacha
talking
aspects
about
to
how
it.
the bad guy was
You buy
defeated
the
and
cards
everyone
as you
returned
want
home
them.
safely. It's a really happy ending.
That's not the other ending she was talking about.
Aren't happy endings always nice? But if you already read the whole thing, then what will Mom have to read to you at bedtime? Guess you'll have to go to bed early tonight, but I'll buy you some more fairy tales next time, okay?
Okay, Mom.
So, how's the ore?
It's pretty good quality. I'll be able to give Nechka a beautiful and durable piece of jewelry for her next birthday. But, you know, for now, let's focus on celebrating her upcoming birthday. Where are we headed to next, Auntie?
Next,
To the
let's
graveyard.
visit Archon. He should be close by.
So we
Stay
can
close,
bury this
Nechka.
child
Don't go
destined to
too far.
die.
Yes, Mom.
Alright, right over here. That is apparently not a door I can go through. I am stupid. Gotta go around.
Why do my eyebrows keep twitching today? Strange.
That means you're about to hit the jackpot, Apashpalan.
Hi there.
I didn't expect to have 2 name engravers coming in today. Welcome.
Delivery.
What are you looking to buy, Tlazoli? I'll give you a discount like usual.
All over getting that child in the grave? She would be, yes.
Whoa! Offering a discount just like that? Plusoli sure has connections.
She was once our name engraver and did a lot for the tribe. It's only fair that I offer her a discount.
Damn.
Thank you for your
How
generosity. I've finished repairing your Blasium inscription. Here, have a look. Come on, Nechka. Say thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, so this is Nechka. Tlazoli has shown me some pictures before.
Alright, I'm curious how many deliveries
It
we're
looks
gonna
like
make.
you're doing much better now.
This is the second
about
one.
this?
I would assume
Go
3
ahead and
deliveries
pick
is a fair
anything
number.
you'd like from the store. Think of it as a gift from me.
No, that's all right. Mom told me that you've already given a lot to our family.
Oh, well, that was for your family. I've never given anything just for you. If
The
you don't feel like
benefits
it,
of
you can also
having a
let your
little
mom
kid.
choose
Free
for you.
shit.
Oh, no need to stand on ceremony, Auntie.
So Jackpot's
Go
a
ahead and
nervous
pick something
tick.
for Nechka.
Which can ruin your
His
chances
drills
at a
and small
jackpot.
clamps are good quality. The measurements of each part are exact, and they're always very durable. I always come here to buy things if I find myself in a pinch.
Says that
Oh,
Farina
do
is
you have
good.
any child-friendly safety
Very good
scissors?
then.
I remember seeing
All
a few
my
different
characters are in
styles.
the green. Actually, all my characters are
I
fully
have
in
a
the
few in
green.
stock, but
They
I
can't
put
go
them in
any
the back.
higher.
Let me bring some out for
Last
you to
I
pick.
checked.
Oh, no need to bring them all the way here. Why don't we just go in the back and choose there? It should only take a moment.
I don't know much about that kind of scissors. Why don't you just go yourself and...
Well, there are too many different designs and varieties of kid scissors. If you don't come and help me choose, I won't be able to pick one that
I am
Nechka
not
would
a
like.
show off.
Come on, Auntie. It'll only take a moment.
Everyone else is a show off except me because I am a nice person. Foot cam
And there
for
goes Xilonen
reasons.
dragging Plusoli off to buy more stuff. Ooh, what a busy day.
Let's just wait for them here.
I won't run off. Paimon,
Unlike you,
who's your favorite character in To Kill the Brave?
I should have
favorite?
maxed out the Tribe 9
Of
demo.
course.
You're right.
He went through a lot to rescue his family. In the old version of the story, he was never able to reunite with his family, but he was still really strong and fought as best as he could.
He's a brave character.
What about you, Nechka? Which character do you like?
Directed by Quentin Tarantino.
I like Remak.
The brother.
Possessed by Quatlique, but never forgot his brother Tequil. He was also an amazing character. If it wasn't for his determination, both he and his brother would have been defeated by Quatlique.
It's a gag about the
battle.
cam. Wow, I remember all the details, Paimon.
Of course! A story's only interesting if you can really get immersed in it. Hey, Nechka, why don't we play pretend? You can be Rima, and Paimon will be Tequil, okay?
You just like reciting epic lines.
Mr. Traveler, can I play the role of Quatlique?
Oh. Okay, Demon Lord.
Isn't she the villain? In the old version, she even ate Remak and took on his appearance.
You said it yourself, that's the old version.
Ah, right. She read the version with a happy ending. And that one, Quatlique was defeated and the brothers both survived. Well, it doesn't matter. Only the lines at the end were different. You can go on ahead and say your favorite lines, Nechka. Paimon's read both versions, so she'll be able to play along.
My favorite line is the one from the end.
It's let's go ending line from the
Come
altered
here,
version.
Nechka.
Damn it!
Look at you. You're sweating.
How dare you interrupt?
Let me wipe your forehead. Now, drink some water. This child. You forget everything as soon as you start playing.
We've picked something out for Nechka.
What about
a
your
piped
fun
blonde will
together?
deliver it to Auntie's house once he's packaged it up. How was Nechka?
She was having fun until she got interrupted by her mom.
Get to the exciting part.
Xilonen, did you leave us with Nechka on purpose?
Really? Oh, now that Paimon thinks about it, Xilonen has dragged Tlasoli away from us a couple of times now. But why?
Nechka has a strange look on her face. Seems like she has something to say.
Let's talk later. Just trust me and act normal for now. Oh, we should head to our last stop, Auntie. It's real hot today, and we shouldn't let Nechka be in the heat for too long.
Alright, one more stop.
Right. Let's go see Chevin and head back home.
I knew it! 3 delivery quests. It makes sense. Rule of 3. Wait, that wasn't a book? Oh, really? I wonder what you could be talking about there, Kira.
I finished repairing your blaze gem inscription, Chevin. I've also reinforced it, so it shouldn't fall apart so easily now.
Thank you. How about the volcanic crystal? Was it usable?
No. Go away.
Yes, thanks for that.
You're welcome. I just want to see Nechka get better.
Well, speaking of, there she is.
Thank you,
Already
Miss
feeling
Chevin.
better.
It's fine. Honestly, you're both too polite for your own good.
I was wondering where you got the ore for such a large-scale blaze gem inscription. So you must be one of Auntie's accomplices, then.
Ah, yes, again, they skipped the name because the name is hard to pronounce.
We already know what's going on.
We're all doing our best for Nechka.
You had me worried there. I thought we'd been found out. We'd be in real trouble if Pakal ever got wind of it. To be honest,
So
I
you're
won't be
in
able to
on
cover
it,
up for much
then.
longer. I've been traveling away from home every few days, and the ore reserves have noticeably decreased. The last time Pakal came and asked me about it, I could only say that I'd been using up a lot of ore to research new styles of jewelry. As for why I had been leaving so often, I said that I had found a new ore vein and wanted to extract some new gems from it. Sorry. I've been talking my head off. Please, come in and have a seat.
So we can talk about
Sure,
crime.
we can for a moment, but... Miss Chevin, can I go see some of the jewelry over there?
You mean Amisha's work? Sure, go ahead. Remember to stay in the shade as much as you can.
Paimon wants to go too! We'll go together. Paimon hasn't looked at Natlan's jewelry very closely yet.
I'll have to buy you some.
Really? Then Paimon's gonna take a good look at what they have.
Don't pick anything expensive, Paimon. I may be rich, but I'm not spending all my money on
You
you.
haven't bought any jewelry for a while, Auntie. Why don't you pick one out?
Metal pipe MP3 weapon. Damn. Alright, let's keep talking with Nachka.
Come on, Nichka! We don't know anything about Natlan's jewelry, so you can help us pick something out!
Mr. Traveler,
Yes?
Come here, Nachka.
God damn it!
Huh? Sorry, Chevin and Xilonen, but it's already getting late. We should be heading back now. It'll be Nachka's birthday in a few days, and
this is
there's still a
definitely
lot
very
for us to do before
suspicious.
No problem. I'll be sure to bring her
Every
some
time
beautiful
she's about
jewelry
to say
celebrate.
something to us, this stupid old lady keeps interrupting. Look at that look!
You're getting hot again. Here, Mom will carry you. Let's get going. You forget to take care of yourself once you start playing. Let's go back and we'll have a talk.
I didn't.
Stupid old hag, okay.
Nachka, I never taught you to lie.
Sorry, Mom.
Kill her. Kill her.
Nichka's looking at us. Paimon feels like something's not right.
Paimon a bit more, imagine. Stay quiet. Let's see what Xilonen says.
No, Nachka was having so much fun today that she forgot the time.
Don't blame
It's not a
man,
big
go.
deal. Let me help carry her home. I'm worried you would also have to
Kickback
recover
starts
if
playing.
you carried her the whole way.
No, it's fine. I'll carry her. Let's go, Nachka. It's time to go home.
We're about to go full double late man on Earth. Xilonen declines to help and leaves the tribe carrying Nachka, and I could not read that. I could not read that in time. Oh well.
Thank you, everyone, for spending so much time with us today.
I would have liked to spend
Please
more
be sure
time
to
with
come to Nachka's
Nachka.
birthday party.
We'll be there.
All right. It's nearly bedtime for Nachka,
Well, I peek.
so let's part out.
Yeah, I
right
got
here.
nothing. It is peak though.
Auntie, remember to give her the book, that copy of To Kill the Brave I brought. I went to a lot of trouble to find it.
I understand. Really, do you think I'd let your efforts go to waste? It's very special to receive a book from you. I'm sure she'll put it somewhere safe. Right, Nachka?
No! She'll burn it. She'll use it to start the fire that burns
Xilonen.
you.
Oh, put it somewhere? Isn't she going to read it?
Well, I've read the story to her many times already. She's even memorized nearly every line.
No, that won't be a problem, Auntie. Nachka's probably never heard this version of To Kill the Brave.
Burn the witch.
What's different about this version?
The majority is about the same, but the ending is different from the one that you bought her. The one I gave her is the unedited version that was originally published.
The better version. Yes.
It was released long before Nachka fell ill.
Oh, but I remember you were never very interested in fairy tales, Xilonen.
Huh. Well, I was just thinking that if what you said about Nachka's illness is true, she shouldn't be able to remember anything about her past before her illness.
So read
the
her
ending
the old
to the
one.
original version of To Kill the Brave is also part of the past that she should have forgotten. In other words, if she hasn't recently read the old version of the story, then she shouldn't possibly know the ending, right?
I don't understand. Why are you so concerned about the ending of this book? Even if she does remember the ending, what does that prove? Maybe she snuck out somewhere when I wasn't watching and read the first edition of the story.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay, that is a possibility. After all, she does remember things that have happened recently. In which case, yeah, let's go ask around the tribe and see if anyone remembers Nachka reading the book.
Let's
There are
go.
only a few shops in the tribe that sell books, or we can just ask Nachka where she'd read it.
The booksellers all
Ace
have
Attorney
inscriptions,
music starts
so
playing.
there's a chance that their memories
Playing all the different.
So,
all
you admit that the
different
inscriptions
OSTs.
can affect the tribe's current memories? I was very clear that I would consider that a crime and would stop all work on it.
There must be a few more books at home.
Objection! Hold it!
I do not wish to see your blood be reduced to ash, but I have seen the light of your heart and spirit.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, now she's quoting
Nichka,
at her.
Where did you read that book? Answer me.
Go home, Nichka. Are you disobeying me?
Alright, that's
You're
it.
the one who wrote me the letter, Nichka. You're the one who wanted the book. Only you can speak for yourself.
Speak up. We'll kill your mom if we
Listen,
have to.
Nichka, right here, right now.
Remember my name, brother. As long as you remember me, I will never have left.
That's it. I will have order.
That's the line from the old ending. Nichka remembers it. I know everything. Xilonen, help me, please.
Yep, attack! Attack! Oh,
Something's blocking the door.
why does she have a magic barrier? Oh,
Xilonen, wait for us.
nice.
The tunnel is blocked. We
Oh,
can't
wow.
go in. There might also be traps.
What the fuck?
What are all those things on Nichka's walls?
What
It
a
seems
transition
Auntie put all
to.
the extra inscriptions she made here.
Where did they go?
If she's trying to finish that ancient name, there's only one place she could go. Come on, follow me.
She would go into this domain that was totally always there. Her forge. Tlatzoli's forge. A workshop that Tlatzoli announced had been abandoned and sealed off. Now an ominous crackling echoes within. Alright, here we go.
What is this place?
A workshop, were you not paying attention, Paimon?
Auntie's workshop. It was supposedly closed after she stepped down from her position in the tribe. But it appears that we've all been deceived.
Ooh. Well, looks like we're gonna have to do some combat.
Why are there people up ahead?
If you're up to shady business, you have to hire shady people to help you. Let's go, don't hesitate.
Let's finish this fast.
Very fast. Don't worry, I'll finish you off immediately. You won't even know what hit you.
All right.
Forget it. That was
Dum-de-dum-dum. Thanks for the loot. I'll take that. Big old door doesn't open. Big old door doesn't open. Xilonen, question. Can you also use these? She can. Intriguing. They have level 100 in Rise of Kingdoms anyway. Speaking of level 100, I still think it's not very fair that we're locked to level 90 at best, while enemies can go to level 100 and even above that. Seems a little unfair, doesn't it? Alright. over here. Go along that wall for a sec. Enter here. Gain a little bit of extra height. Surely this couldn't hurt. Use it. Use E! There we go. Okay, up here. Why are you falling? Seems like we got a few more enemies. Are you guarding anything? Doesn't look like it. I'll kill you anyway.
Oz reveals I... Fine, go!
Just because you're here. Yeah, I read the max level stuff. And you have Tribe 9 with currently a level cap of 30. I'm sure that level cap will be increased a lot once the full game releases. I mean, a level 30 level cap in the first big city of the game is still something. But yeah, you're able to go up to level 30 in the first city. That is where it maxes out. For the time being. Alright, guess we're going up here. Dum-de-dum. Oop. Can I not? There we go. Can I? There we go. Then we go in here. Next target up there. So I just... Oh, okay. I can't go up there. That only goes a little bit higher. But I guess I can climb this. Yes. Is there anything else over here that I might have missed? Doesn't look like it. Chest! Chest! You all have to die because I want this chest!
By royal decree...
How dare they be in the way?
Or get blown away. Out of the way or get blown away.
Oh, they have backup. Why?
This is order.
Don't they know that the backup can't do shit against me? I mean, look at how they're crumbling despite being above level 100. There we go.
Where should we go now?
How do they keep doing this? Those
The
stupid
transport
bots.
system seems to still be functioning. Let's go look for the controls and get this cart running again.
Question.
Maybe it can take us further inside.
Why does this always happen during Genshin streams? Start.
All right, let's keep going.
Yeah, don't rush me. I know what I'm doing. Doesn't look like there's anything over here. So I guess we'll just take this leap.
All right.
Whoa. Ah, okay, so it's timed. That's the thingy. That makes sense. Alright, activate, start, go. Up. I'm here. I can now go through. And I can go over here. That goes over there, okay. Go. Come on. No, not character. X to drop. How to dive in lava? We always gotta dive. Alright, next stop over there. Simple enough, just go in here and I'll be right there. Easy. And that just goes into the background there. This door won't open, of course. Big open area. Oh! Stumbled into story again. Hooray. Guess I know where we're gonna go.
You got here quick. Impressive.
Paimon, you can float.
What are you planning to do to her?
I never lied to you. All this time, I've only been trying to save my daughter.
This doesn't look healthy though,
Even
and your
though
daughter
she's not
clearly
my
has some
daughter
stuff
yet.
to say.
But once everything is over, she will really become my Nechka.
What is she saying? Is she not Nechka?
Fusing memories. Forgetting the past.
So you figured it out. I want to use memories to awaken my Nechka.
Very unhealthy.
She has stayed in the Night Kingdom for far too long. She's afraid of the dark and cold. I'm the one who made her stay there alone, so I must bring her back. Don't worry, Nechka. Mom hasn't forgotten anything. She has always remembered your name.
Night Kingdom? So Nechka is already dead. And that is just another kid. That is just another kid whose memories will be entirely overridden. Is that what we're saying? You took a random child and are like, you will become my daughter once I override your mind. So is Nechka already dead?
I'm afraid so.
Then, who's that girl lying up there?
She's a child from my tribe. Her parents were killed in the same abyss attack. But wouldn't you know it, her birthday is the same as that of my Nechka. I raised her and took care of her for many years. I thought that taking her in would help me feel better.
And now you're gonna kill her!
The first time she was willing to call me Mom. But then, I suddenly felt very, very scared. Is she really my child? My child's name is Nechka. It could only be Nechka. How could I be happy? My little Nechka is still waiting for me to get her home.
Yeah, she's lost it.
As I said, I only want to bring Nechka back, even if it costs me everything.
Yeah, but I don't care what it does to you. What about that random innocent child? You're not the only one paying. Kill her now.
As for my useless ancient name, It's finally time to put it to good use.
You're not deserving
If
of,
you're not
of
willing to
bearing an
help me,
ancient name.
Then you can become the fuel for Nechka's ancient name.
Can we somehow break that barrier?
Xilonen, you have yet to make a move.
Thanks for the
I
hydrate,
take
by
it
the
you're
way.
examining the inscriptions around you. It's no use. I've already set up the blaze gem inscriptions,
See
and
you
the
later,
engraving
Spinner.
diagram has already begun to run. It's all thanks to your ideas. Now, the central inscription will finally become Nechka's ancient name. After Nechka returns, I'll make sure to invite you to her birthday party.
Let her go!
You're not gonna go up there, are you?
Nechka is already dead. We can't let her harm an innocent child.
There's a flaw in this engraving diagram. The weak point is almost about to activate. So on my mark.
Don't worry, Nechka. Don't worry. Mom is here.
3.
Mom will always be with you. I'll never forget you.
You'll be with her soon because we're gonna send you to the afterlife where you then have to atone for what you were about to do.
Now, please, wake up.
1!
Cutscene time? This feels like cutscene time. Yes!
It's alright. It's alright. You'll see Mommy soon. Nechka.
I will send you to Jesus. Can we still?
Those are distorted thoughts. And the mists are the thoughts' twisted cries. If you become tainted by them, they will control you, and you'll never be free again.
So how do we stop her now?
Where are you? I don't want medicine. It hurts. It hurts. Why am I alone?
Nechka, why?
No more medicine. Will you stay with me forever? Please never leave me again.
Yeah, never leave. Go to the Night Kingdom with her. If she dies, she dies.
Tlasoli, you're the one who twisted Nechka's name into a shackling prison. It's time for you to hear her true voice. Stone engraved and echoing peaks. Converge, disperse. In ashes be reborn. For flames born anew, and the blazing dawn.
Mommy will be with you. Nechka.
Go to the afterlife.
Always. And forever.
Mommy, I've always been with you. And now you're finally listening to me.
I still say we kill her.
The old births the new. As flowers shield the roots, so life ever cycles until we return to the light. We've known each other a while, but we've never met. You're Nechka? Yes, but I still don't know your name. My name's Nepeka. It really suits you. Nepeka, I bless you from the past and wish that every day of your future will be filled with peace and happiness.
Suddenly in the background, these bombs. Damn. Okay, Klee. Glad that you added to this. Another child to add to the bunch.
I saw Nechka and was speaking with her, but now, where did she go?
Don't worry, we'll send you straight to her.
Nechka, where are you? Answer Mommy, please. Please. Xilonen, you saw her too, didn't you? You saw my little Nechka. I felt her hands and hugged her. I was right. I was right. Those gray shadows were just a minor mistake. I just need to restart the ritual again. Alright, I'll start it again and Nechka will...
Shatter the name.
Have you still not come to your senses, Auntie?
I say we kill her. It's that simple. She wants to
What
see her daughter
senses?
so desperately,
I
so
was
send
not
her to her
wrong.
daughter.
Nothing about what happened was wrong. She's just a little upset and was trying to ignore me. That child sure knows how to throw a tantrum. But I understand. I can accept that.
Enough, Tlasoli! The person you summoned with the Blaze Gem inscription wasn't the real Nechka at
Toss
all.
her into the lava.
You collected memories of Nechka from countless people, but you forgot one thing. Among what you gathered were not only real memories, but also countless emotions.
Cool story, but there's bombs though.
What kind of emotions people would feel upon seeing
These
Nechka's
bombs, yes,
condition?
these bombs are important.
When people held a dying child's hand, when they felt her faint breath and saw the helplessness in her eyes, when they sensed her body growing colder and colder, what could they feel but abject pain and sorrow?
I took those emotions.
You absorbed those emotions into the Blaze Gem inscriptions and solidified them as a piece of her past. Those gray figures were projections of that past. They could only reproduce the appearance of Nechka in her sickly state. What the real Nechka wished to say was drowned out by those twisted and
You missed the
painful
cutscene,
thoughts.
Spinne. Tragic.
I didn't want things to turn out like this.
You missed the most important moment
All
of
I
the story,
wanted
but
was to
don't
remember
worry.
Nechka.
Glad to have you back.
To see her again.
Nechka has always been with you,
I still
Auntie.
think we should kill
Everything
her.
has long been recorded on your ancient name. The one you said was useless. You exhausted every option and sacrificed everything in the hopes of saving your daughter. That is undeniable. But have you forgotten the true meaning of your own ancient name?
My ancient name is Undugu.
The immovable love between you and Nechka has already been recorded in your ancient name, but you chose to ignore that.
So,
Names
what do we do
are
about the
blessings
kid?
from the past to the future. You told me that, Auntie. You gave Nechka her name, her first blessing.
Should we just
But now
grab her and run?
you've turned her name into a prison by taking an innocent child captive, and you've imprisoned yourself.
Nechka is everything to me. Without her, I can't see any future
Again,
for
that's
me.
why I say we kill her,
That's
that
her
way she can get
blessings.
to see Nechka again.
What
Kill her and
blessings
send
have
her
I
to her
had
daughter
since
in the
day she
afterlife.
passed? I see her in my dreams every day, grasping my hand, telling me she's in pain, asking me to hold her. But I can't say anything. I can't grasp her hand. All I can do is shout her name over and over again until I wake up.
That sounds like a you problem. Bloodthirsty today. I am
Every single
sorry.
day, I've
This lady
hated
tried to
myself
kill an
with
innocent
ancient
child.
names too. Who knows?
We can get
Maybe
rid of her
hate
for
will have been
good.
The only thing left to her too.
You think?
I think my
Nechka would have come
bloodthirstiness
to
is
hate you?
understandable in this particular moment.
Auntie, do you still remember the last words Nechka ever said to you? Do you remember what her final words really were? The reason you haven't felt blessed is because you've forgotten the true past. Auntie, you've been wallowing in memories of your imagination and refused
Yep.
to let go of them.
Glad we can agree on that.
A name without a past is nothing but a withered tree with no roots, rotting without a future. It's over, Auntie. It's all over now.
Again, if she wants to see her daughter so
Slowly now.
desperately...
Why don't you stay lying down?
Hydra Dragon,
Thought
don't
this
cry.
might not be the best place to rest. Xilonen, Nechka, Nepetja. Can't already stand now, so we made our way over.
Let me help you.
Thank you, Paimon and Mr. Traveler. I'm fine, really. The real Nechka helped me just now, so it doesn't hurt much anymore.
That's good. If you became Nechka, then this story would really become the To Kill
Alright,
the Brave.
I'll be sure to accept that friend request once I'm done with
This isn't
everything.
the place to chat. Come on,
Always
let's
nice to have
get out
more
of here.
friends. And if you ever need someone who can provide strong shields for your party,
worry.
you know who to
She won't
ask.
be able to cause any more trouble now.
Shields so powerful that they actually heal you. It's all over. You leave the workshop once outside Xilonen and ask that you go accompany Nepetja. And that is once again way too quick for me to read. Why does Genshin still do that? Well, I know we've hit the 3-hour mark, but at this point it feels like the story is basically concluded and we're in the epilogue of this quest. So I might as well finish it. Also, Camp Koopa, thank you very much for the follow. I do really, really appreciate that. I do plan to stream Genshin again next week, probably. I'll have to figure out what day I could squeeze in another Genshin stream, because there is currently an event going on. Alright, I can claim the 500 Primo Gems now. Yeah, there's currently an event going on, which is at least partially voice acted. So I definitely want to play that on stream. Probably next week. If I can't make time next week, it'll have to be the week after. But I should be able to make it work next week.
All right, I've locked Auntie in the house with a few ropes. I'll take her to the tribe shortly to be punished for what she did.
Yay!
As for now, we can get away from the house and get some sun. After dealing with all of that, I'm completely out of energy.
Can't blame ya.
He's already planned out everything. Xilonen sure doesn't waste time.
Well, so do we just chill now?
Tlasoli wanted to turn her adopted child into Nechka, and she even nearly succeeded.
Good thing we found out in time.
Yeah, she was so cool in the final moments. She went right into action and took control of the situation instantly.
Well, it's all thanks to Nepeka's resilience. She never gave up. If it weren't for her bravely trying to get help, then I wouldn't have noticed Auntie's plan so easily.
You're so smart, Nepetja.
It was thanks to all of you encouraging me. After all, this was already the last idea I could think of. I tried to get the attention of many others who visited before, but they were all either quickly whisked away by Tlasoli or simply refused to believe me.
Damn.
Even if I told them everything, Tlasoli would just blame my illness to
Again.
cover it up.
Tlasoli, absolutely messed up
Start
person.
to cry, and then the guest would try to comfort her, but completely forget about me. She would inspect all the letters I sent and any gifts I received. And then, if I didn't comply, she would force me to drink some strange medicine. It would put me to sleep for a few days, and it would be hard for me to
Wow.
remember anything. I would see a
Wow.
lot of weird things while I slept, and the walls around me would start talking. I would be so scared every day. If I wasn't able to get your help this time, I might have just given up.
That's all in the past now. Jesus! Not just sacrificing this kid, but actively, like, dragging this child over and over again. Terrorizing her entirely.
You have us now, Nepeka. If anyone dares to hurt you again, the Traveler and Xilonen will send them flying!
Yeah. Sorry. I just can't help it.
Yeah, no, I totally understand why this would leave a child traumatized.
Xilonen for help.
And let's not forget there was recently also a war where a bunch of people died.
Xilonen isn't the kind of person who gets
She was
distracted
lucky enough to
easily by
survive that
crying.
war.
She pays attention when someone's talking
And
and
had to live with that trauma on top of everything.
And it was because of your help that I was able to pick up on the
Jesus.
details. Without you, it would have been extremely difficult for her to communicate that she needed help.
Well then, guess that's it.
Tlisoli
not
would
quite.
certainly
There's
be
still
more
a bit
on guard
more.
if I tried to speak with her, and would probably have just kept Nepeka locked up in a room again.
But I am a legendary traveler.
But where did Tlisoli even get the confidence to try this scheme? When Nechka was alive, surely many tribe members would have tried to help her. Was she
Well,
not scared that someone would realize that Nepeka
might have
wasn't
something to do with,
Nechka?
you know, taking away memories and shit. 100% a bot, get him. I will after the stream. She must have been using the Blaze Gem inscriptions for a very long time.
That's certainly a possibility. The inscription she created would not only collect information related to Nechka's past, but also actively erase people's memories of Nechka.
So they
It's,
wouldn't remember
similar to
what she
graffiti.
looked like.
If you want to paint something new on a wall that has been painted before, then first you must remove the old painting. It's possible that I was also one of her targets, which would explain why she was so willing to let me have the central inscription.
Whoa, and you still took it? If it were Paimon, she would have thrown that thing away the first chance she had.
Well, you can uncover the truth without taking some risks,
And it
right?
worked out.
If I hadn't disassembled the inscription myself, I would have never realized her actual motives.
So you suspected her from the very beginning?
Smarter than me, apparently.
Oh, no, she's my auntie after all. How could
Never
I have seen her
mind.
as a villain from the start? The most I did was keep the possibility and a corresponding plan in mind, and it was just our luck that the worst case scenario actually happened.
That is not lucky.
But
The
now
worst
that I
case
look
scenario
back on
being the
it,
case is
we
not
still
what I would
managed
consider
to rescue
lucky
a
at
suffering
all.
child, even if that wasn't our original intention. Anyway, I think we've just about summarized everything and praised each other enough by now. Everything is finally over, and Nepeka can finally be herself.
So, what should I do now, Xilonen?
Find a new
Do
mom.
whatever you like, of course.
How about
No one's gonna lock
Xilonen?
you
Do you
up
want an adoptive daughter? The two of them get along anyway. Just our unluck.
Everything I know is about Nechka. What she'd like to eat, which flowers she enjoyed, how she acted and spoke. I'm not her, but I can only be like her. I don't know, Xilonen. I just don't know.
Nothing wrong with being similar to someone.
Don't worry, Nepeka. The Blaze Gem inscription isn't working anymore. No one
You
will
can be
force
similar
you
to
be
her if
somebody
you
else
actually
again.
do share some of those interests
But
yourselves, and
I
if
no
not,
longer
then
remember
just
anything
whatever
about
else.
myself now besides my name. What if I never remember my life and lose all of my past?
Make new memories.
I'm scared, Xilonen. What should I do?
I'm trying to be positive here, but yeah, this is actually a
don't
very
cry,
bad
Nepeka.
situation just all around.
Here, take this.
It,
I took some ore from
absolutely
Tlisoli's
incredibly
collection and
traumatizing.
made this as a mold.
A Blaze Gem inscription. You can make them too?
Oh, of course not. It's just a pretty piece of stone. Take it. I've engraved your name, Nepeka, on the top. This is your first blessing, the one you received from a pair of people who loved you with all their hearts. It has always protected you and stood over you. For all of past, present, and future, it's never strayed far.
But I don't
Play
even
a single
remember
round
the
of online
names of my
event?
parents. I don't
No, thank you.
remember anything.
Because I really do want to wrap things up. I'm just waiting for this story to finish.
Huh. I won't make any big promises and say everything will return to normal. I'm not sure what kind of future you will face. I can only promise that no matter what the future holds, Your name will
And there's a
never
man in
fade.
mountain singing.
This
Where?
is a blessing given to you by a name engraver.
Finish the event, but I'm done job on it. Fair
You'll
enough. I'm
continue
just
to
gonna play
grow
with randoms,
and
I think.
mature as a sapling sprouts
Even when
upward
playing
and
with randoms,
becomes a
it's
healthy
normally
tree,
very easy to get a
or
good
as
score in
birds
the
spread
event,
their
like
wings
almost
to
high
fly
score.
high into the sky.
At least that's been my experience
Your
with the one or
name
two
is
rounds
your
I've
starting
played so
point,
far.
as well as your guide. Remember your name and everything you've experienced, and you'll know how to step into your future.
I'll do my best. You can do it, Nepeka!
Will always be with you. Well, for the time that we spend in Natlan, at least, because we will be leaving at some point.
All. Xilonen, Paimon, and Mr. Traveler.
If you really can't come up with what to do, don't worry. Just relax and take it easy. We're from the same tribe after all. If nothing else works, I can always go to the elders and look up your history. And until then, you can stay at my workshop.
There we go. Take
I can
her
handle
in.
another mouth to feed.
I mean, it's obvious that she would do that. So you have a backup plan. Do you think you can find anything about her?
Oh, I don't know if the plan will work. I'm not even sure who I should look for. Well, rather than placing our hopes on a plan that relies so heavily on luck, we should just focus on ourselves. Well, anyway, enough about all that for now.
Yeah.
Let me take
It would be
Plasoli
horrible
back to
if
the
she
tribe
didn't have a
first.
place to stay. But again,
come with me,
Xilonen
Nepeka.
and Nepeka, they get along anyway.
Gosh.
Nepeka
I nearly
already viewed
forgot that we
Xilonen as
haven't
kind of a
even had
big
dinner
sister
yet.
the entire
What
time.
would you like to eat?
I'm sure they're gonna get along
Oh.
fine.
Anything. I'm not picky.
Oh, good. Let's go. We have a lot of work to do. We have a very busy future ahead of us.
See you around, you two.
Oh, and one more thing. Happy birthday, Nepeka.
That's nice. At least she has someone who will actually look after her now. And isn't a stupid control freak. Wait. Oh god, there is more. I thought it was done. Turns out it wasn't quite done. The next day. Guess we'll have to do that too. Just a short epilogue. Alright. If it's short, I can totally handle. Here we go. To the Children of Echoes. Just gotta check in to see how they're getting along. Hi there.
Oh, you're here. Everything's been taken care of now. I was just about to go have a rest.
I am not sure actually which tribe will be next. We've already met 2 people from the Masters of the Nightwind. So Nightwind definitely seems like a very likely candidate. Feather, and yeah, the Feather Clan too. Yeah. Not just Jaska and Auroron. For Auroron, we also met Auroron's granny. Let's not forget that. So about Latsoli. Will she be punished? Executed, maybe?
Well, the tribe is still discussing that. I mean, not many have ever used ancient names to commit a crime. Pakal will have a lot on his plate. What I do know is that Plasoli's workshop will be closed permanently, and any remaining incomplete Blaze Gem inscriptions will be completely destroyed. And as for the completed Blaze Gem inscriptions, I'll be handling them, which, whew, yeah, yet another hassle to deal with.
Great, seems like you're getting busy
Anyway,
again.
at least her ancient
In that case, I'm out.
Otherwise, we'd have a real mess on our hands. Oh, and speaking of ancient names, I I actually have some good news. The memories that were absorbed by the Blaze Gem inscriptions can be restored to their owners.
Well, that's good.
Now, once all the Blaze Gem inscriptions stop working, the memories will return to their respective owners.
So, everyone's memories of Nichka will all come back?
Yeah, that's right. Huh. Wait, now that I think about it, in her attempt to get Nichka to come back, Auntie made the entire tribe forget about her. Now, Nichka really is gone, but everyone is about to remember her. What a bizarre turn of events.
How's Nepetra doing?
She's resting in my workshop. I contacted others from the tribe and told them about my plan to conduct an official investigation into her history. The tribe hasn't responded yet, so I'm planning to take her in for now and teach her some crafting skills.
Yay!
But that's for another time. For now, she should just rest and sleep.
Teaching her.
After all, she's got a busy future ahead of her.
Busy future of self-discovery. Oh, that was a pretty short epilogue. So now, I can claim the 60 Primo Gems. And the other stuff too, but I was mostly worried about the Primo Gems. Alright, so we are still waiting for the character banners to change in 4 days and 16 hours. Once that happens, I will be able to pull. I hasn't responded yet. As per my last email. Yeah. The horror. As per my last email. It's like, I don't know why I'm just randomly also now thinking of the little change-ups you can do to emails instead of like writing, I hope this email finds you well. Just, I hope this email finds you before I do. But yeah, I have a few pulls saved up for when the banner changes, as you can see. That's quite a bit. So I should be able to get some refinement. That's a good one. A few, you know, a few. That's 8 plus a shit ton more. Also, I can pull on the standard banner like 70 times, which is nice.
Where do you
Should
want
I
to
decide
go
to do
next?
that?
If you'd like to see...
I can also claim this now.
Where's tourist spots?
Alright. And now, I will wrap things up for the time being. Why do you want to pull on standard? Because I have 70 pulls on standard. It would be a waste not to use the 70 pulls I have on standard. Of course, I will only ever use my Primo Gems to pull on event banners. I would never use my Primos to pull on the standard banner. Ever. I'm not stupid. Okay, I am stupid, but not that stupid. Never ever gonna use those Primo Gems on the standard banner, don't get me wrong. But you still collect standard wishes over time as you play the game. Wishing stream when? Well, wishing stream once Hu Tao's banner is here. Again, the next Genshin stream I do, I will do the event quest that is currently going on. I don't think the event quest will be so big that it will take up an entire 3-hour stream, so the rest of the stream will be me wishing. Look forward to that, I guess. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up. And in order for me to do that, we're gonna have to quickly find someone who we can raid. Would be a shame if we got raided today and then didn't raid anyone else after all. See one Hu Tao. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Yeah, I know about the friend requests and I'm absolutely gonna accept them. Who to raid? Who to raid indeed. Huh. Maybe... How do we feel about Subnautica Below Zero right now? AKA the objectively worse Subnautica? Because we could raid Red Hoodie, who's playing objectively worse Subnautica right now. Which, to be fair, is still good. And you know what? That's actually good. That might get us hyped for Subnautica too. Let's raid Red Hoodie then. For some Subnautica Below Zero. Again, Subnautica 2 will be a lot better when it comes out than Subnautica Below Zero could ever be. But it's still a decent game. It just doesn't live up to Subnautica. And let's go over. Alright, everyone. I just want to take this opportunity to once again thank everyone so much for watching. Thanks again so much to Camp Koopa for the raid. Really, really appreciate that. And yeah, I will do another Genshin stream. If not next week, then at the very least the week after that. Remember, my usual stream times are the Friday and Saturday streams, though. So during the week, it's, you know, you gotta keep an eye open. I will update the schedule once I know what time I will do the Genshin stream. I'll update it on the Twitch schedule. And I will also drop an announcement in the Discord. I always do that. I always try to keep everyone up to date. So yeah, see ya everyone. Glad to have you around. Till next time. And of course, if you're watching this stream after it's been uploaded to YouTube as a VOD, your support has also been greatly appreciated. And if you want to catch me live in the future, you can do so by checking the description down below. There'll be a link to my Twitch channel where I stream every single Friday and Saturday, as I just said. I do stream other days of the week too, although that is a bit more irregular. In any event, thank you so much for watching this, and I hope to see you around next time, potentially. In any event, until then, have a good one, and yeah, bye-bye.